Okay, cool. We're good. We're live.
Okay. Alright. Um, just to let y'all know, I will have like a cutoff at 12:30 tonight because I have to get up early and go to the DMV. Should be fun.
Gross.
Lovely.
Hmm. Anywho, last we had left off, our friends in the Spectrum were simply taking a relaxing night off inside of a odd little library they found here in the Tesseract. After having fought a ton of copies slash other versions of themselves in the mirror room, they were happy to get some much needed R&R. However, finding out that Puck has been not only listening in, but appears to be able to have some sort of way into your mind. You don't know if it's only reading your thoughts, you don't know if it goes past. All you know is that whenever you think something, Puck responds to it out loud. After a good night of study and rest, we all eventually gathered together once more. Ezekiel, you putting together, there is a way out of the Tesseract. It just requires all rooms, puzzles to be solved first. You've done a few, though you have yet to do the others. And as Puck, far more playful than you had first imagined, quite likes the idea of a game of cat and mouse, gave you an offer to simply assail you while you attempted to complete your puzzles. Just a little bit of added pressure on your shoulders. And if Puck were to ever actually catch all of you, well, then you're locked in a fight with Puck.
Catch all of
Also
us. That's
figuring,
important. Catch all of us.
yes, all of you. Also figuring out the other option of course, making Puck use their shadow so much that the Tesseract itself would become overloaded, though the actual math and arcane kind of equations need to be done on that to figure out exactly what would happen. But for now, going with the better of the two, given a small little bongo drum made of human skin, Ezekiel, you tapping the top, now find yourself standing on top of an overturned table in this massive mountain of chairs and tables and old pieces of broken furniture in a wooden pile. Ezekiel, you got your footing as you landed. Eldon, you can hear, was not so lucky as he plopped onto the very top, face first, as everyone else sort of um, rolled off to the sides after their landing. And in fact, we'll start with you, Eldon. As you see the space I described before, a gigantic room filled with all sorts imaginable, though you don't know how to solve the puzzle in this room yet. But Eldon, as you get up, back hurting, what do you want to do?
You said I'm on top of the pile?
Currently, and the pile is high, high, high up.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna try and stand up and get my footing on this pile, and then like rub my back and my face.
Fair enough.
Kind of like, where? Oh, what the fuck is this place, guys? Hello?
You all being just below him can hear now Eldon. You didn't see him before, but he's clearly gone to the very top of the pile where you guys are maybe good two-thirds of the way up.
No one gonna respond. Sick.
Let's go. What?
Um.
Sorry, I'm
uh,
eating. My bad.
yeah. These are supposed to be puzzle rooms, right? What the fuck is the puzzle with this one?
Do we have to find something? This...
Oh god, I hope it's not a needle in a haystack.
Oh, that's what it's feeling like.
Well, um, I'm just gonna use regular names. Puck's heard them and knows them all already. Uh, Ezekiel, you're the smart one here.
I am? What?
Mhm.
Actually, yeah. No, yeah.
Did you happen to find anything in that book?
Nothing is super specific, if I'm being fully honest.
Okay.
For obvious reason. We probably fuck for this room. I don't even know. Yeah, to be honest, I got nothing. Harry, do I have something that I'm forgetting? Am I crazy? I
Not
don't. Okay, I did.
super. You can give me perception if you want to just like get a lay of the land, see what you can see. It would also help out if you got even higher.
I will start climbing up, and then I will do perception.
Sure. Just go ahead and give me like general athletics first, just to go ahead and see. Like, don't want to knock anything over or out of place too bad.
17.
Yeah, definitely good enough.
Okay, and
You
then
climb all the way up to the top and eventually meet Eldon.
for perception, I rolled an 18.
Okay. Getting a sight on the entire room now, from Eldon's perspective, you can see this is just one of many piles in here. This looks to be more large ticket items like sofas, big, large looking dining tables, a lot of fancy silverware. Looks like all this stuff in here is probably like it's either homeware or it's big pieces of furniture, but there's also forks and knives here, so it's a mixed bag. The other piles, one looks relatively naturey, but now it's mostly just a mountain of mold in the corner. Um, Other piles look like they include gold, jewels. Others look like they include weapons. But all in all, everything possible is in this room. It's kind of hard to pick out anything specific.
Okay, well, I say this to
Need any
everybody.
furniture?
Right.
Oddly, yes, I think possibly, depending on if Willie says yes later. Assuming we assume this, survive this.
Yeah.
What if
Well,
we
let's
set
hope
it on
this-
fire?
Are you okay?
I think
Yes.
that'd be hard without hurting us.
Well, maybe that's the trick.
Oh.
Hurting ourselves?
What the frick?
Fire.
I mean,
Uh,
what if our first instinct wasn't to burn this place down?
Fine, but just saying, if it catches us and it was fire, it's not my fault.
I thought Silro was the what's the word for
Arsonist.
Arsonist?
Yes, yeah.
I broke down.
Two more and it
one
becomes
building.
serial arson.
How many does it take?
Oh, that makes me a serial arsonist.
Yep.
Well, that's one option we have is burning it down, but we also still don't know what exactly the whole puzzle of this room is. I have a feeling it's finding something.
Maybe the thing we need to find won't burn, so we burn everything else.
Okay, I'm concerned. I am going to
You
cast
guys
detect
think I need to
magic.
talk to Preacher.
I'm gonna detect magic.
I do.
Are the like furniture and everything magical, Harry, or
Not every piece. It looks like there are a few pieces here and there that like have basic levitation kind of things cast on them. Others have like portable unseen servants that are just inside dishes that come out purely to carry those dishes. But nothing like super big ticket. So you haven't walked by weapons and gold and stuff.
Harry? I don't want to call out your bit you're gonna run a little bit later again.
Mhm.
But did you just say magical plates and stuff that would bring out food and just whatnot?
Yeah.
Well, guys, I guess we are guests here, so we might as well look around. Possibly.
There's some great stuff in the corner. It looks delicious.
Well, let's go over to that room. Possibly. Let's go over to that corner of the room. I really thought you were about to fully be our guest us. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That would be good. Not quite the tone I'm going for.
It just was funny for you to say that. I'm like, hold on now.
Well, Do we take magic plates just to have magic plates?
Hold on, do you want to look for like a set of magic china? Is that what do you want?
Oh, I'm just asking them. I don't really care.
Eh,
I was-
if you want to
I'm
look
just
for it, you
asking
can.
Ezekiel more for because he wants his whole giant like mini pocket dimension. I'm asking if he wants me to grab anything to store in my bag for him.
No, I'm alright.
No tables. You want another futon?
No, cause I'm good. I think I'm gonna move past the futon after this. I'm gonna be honest.
Took you long enough.
What? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
Okay, it was college. Okay, and then I didn't have energy.
How
Because
long ago
war?
were you in college?
Like 5.5 years, 6 years.
Yes.
What? I was in the war, and then lost my brain, or part of it. Not my fault.
Not an excuse.
That's a kind of pretty good one.
I feel like as far
Military
as
veteran missing a piece of
Couch.
his brain.
I feel like
Jeez.
I feel like
Mm-mm.
I feel
Not
like I
that hard to
actually
change it out.
Mika, you know what you just
Change
did?
it
So, you
out?
know when we were watching WWE and they told Big E that him breaking his neck was so what? You basically just said
that is what just happened actually.
Biggie.
Yeah, it's Big E,
Yes.
not Biggie Smalls.
Okay.
Big E.
Oh.
I'm like Biggie. What the?
That'd be funny.
How? What? When?
Anyways, him being a veteran
Even-
aside, and you making fun of him for it.
Is there any
not
nice
making fun of him for being a
large
veteran. Let's
king-sized
not
bed
get this.
anywhere, Harry? We can put in a bag of holding for me for later.
Go ahead and give me investigation for it.
I'll upgrade my bed right now, or 25. I'm so good at this. Check.
Oddly enough, yeah, you find I'll go ahead and describe to me the bed you find. I'll let you completely customize this one.
1 second. I have an image. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Fuck, hold on. Where's general? Oh god. There we go. This. Is that fancy enough for you? Is that a big enough upgrade for you?
Damn.
Jesus, that's a bit much.
That's like the most expensive bed in The Sims.
It is, yeah.
Wow, that's expensive in The Sims.
Frame of reference.
Ezekiel, you walking through now, kind of taking little paths in between. There is floor here that you can walk on. Not everything, you aren't walking across objects. But there are little paths and trails that move through these kind of mountains of shit. And as you finally get to a part more towards the back-ish section of the furniture, you find this shiny bed. In fact, you think you spotted one pretty similar to it not that long ago. Or maybe it was the same make, actually. There's probably 2 of these in here. But it was flipped upside down and in the pile, so a little hard to get to. But this one looks free.
Alright. I'll take.
That even fit in your room?
Now
as is
describe
right
to
now?
me how you get this into whatever you're getting it into, just purely for aesthetic.
I could just like put it in the bag for now.
Let's put it in the bag for now. We'll circle back.
Where would you start at putting a bed in a bag?
Clearly,
The corner.
yep, the corner.
The
I'm
leg.
sorry, my
The leg.
mistake.
Harry,
Leg.
the bottom left corner of the image, we drag the bag across the right of it, stretching it out like a bed sheet, and then like drag it up until it's all
How
in there.
stretchy is this bag?
Yes.
Leather bag.
Very.
Yes.
Magic though.
I mean, okay.
I fit my Steel Watcher or my Steel Defender in it. You've
Uh,
been letting me do that. Surely a bed is about the
Oh,
size
yeah,
of a
yeah.
fucking
Isn't there-
horse.
It's just
Like a
more
bed.
funny because it's a whole bed you're trying to fit into one
Yeah.
bag.
Wait,
Also,
isn't there like
let me check
yeah,
to
a
make sure
dead
there's nothing.
spicy in that bag?
No,
Or if he stole.
I didn't put it in the bag.
It's in my bag.
It's in his bag.
Oh.
Dude, there's
First
too many
off,
bags.
Salty. Second of all, it is
Oh,
in
my
his
bad.
No, it's not actually in my bag. I dumped it out. And I left it for him in the library. So he
Oh,
like,
that's right, because you did give it to me.
yeah, because you then were gonna like get the suit off it.
Yeah, I was gonna try to. I did forget about that. Yeah.
So yeah, you have the Batman suit now.
Well, we'll say he has a corpse that has like the top half of it has been removed of the Batman suit. Turns out it's kind of locked onto his body, and it's very technologically advanced. But you're slowly getting the thing off.
I see.
No,
So
you
it
didn't.
is back in my bag of holding. Just kidding.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought he just got it off. I'm not gonna lie.
Anyways, putting a bed in a bag.
Yeah.
Not
As
the
this
craziest
bag
thing we've done.
magically somehow stretches. You see it expand, and in one go, while Eldon and Ezekiel are holding one side, Spicy, you get kind of just behind the bed frame and begin pushing it into the bag. You swear to God, it like feels at some moment gravity takes it, but there isn't gravity in the bag, so you hope that didn't fall on anything important. It probably didn't.
It should be fine.
Probably.
What else is in the bag? I forgot what's in there. It's been a while.
Mine
Not a lot.
or yours?
Mine.
Okay.
Like
Actually,
both.
just
Oh,
a
well.
bunch of random weapon stuff.
All
Oh,
the
and my
concerning
steel
stuff's in
defender.
is in the gauntlet, so I'm fine.
It's true.
And 100 gold worth of weed still in the bag. Yeah, that's just a lot of weapons and stuff in
Also,
there.
just to clarify, you have
And
no
hold
more
on, just
coke left,
carrying
right?
weapons and drugs.
No, all the coke is gone.
I'm like, because you only had the one.
I only had the one brick.
Yeah.
Anywho, as you finish stuffing that bed down, you can see now onto sort of the other side of the room here. This is more where some of the gold and weapons are kind of being stored. Just taking a quick peruse through, there is no particular culture or anything associated with the weapons. Looks like they're coming from truly all over. And just taking glances at the gold, you see thousands of different kinds of coins, and not just gold at that. You see plenty of different old pieces that Ezekiel you would recognize as like an older civilization's currency that just isn't around anymore. Though it's rare to see some of it unmelted and still being used as its original form. Huh. As for you, Spicy, I would say in particular, you were trying to spot out all of the weapons and stuff, and you do find, because I forgot to give them to you earlier, a small pack of 6 batarangs.
Batarangs? That's
Okay.
crazy.
It's
Yeah.
6, right?
Yeah, they won't have a magic item. We'll
They
just
just
use them as
boomerangs?
daggers.
Oh, okay, that works too.
Yeah. We'll just use them as daggers, boomerangs, darts. It doesn't matter. But I'll let you know right now, when throwing these, they will not reveal your position while you are hiding. That means you can
Ooh.
stay in one spot and hide no matter how long you're there.
That's cool. Okay. Word.
As you just brush by, pick those up, kind of forgot them. It's you. You wouldn't see much else that caught your eye or anything. You see pirate stuff, I guess, Amara. That's cool.
Pirate stuff?
No, okay. Anyways, you see a few different cutlasses.
Nice patch.
Give me investigation or perception for pirate stuff if you want.
Is anyone or Mara?
Anyone, yeah.
I want pirate shit. 5.
Okay,
You find
gotcha.
a rotting peg leg.
Oh. 8.
Okay.
Anyone else will not buy?
Okay.
What is it?
Alright.
Investigation?
17.
You can give me investigation or perception. 17
Okay, well that's
on
not
what?
gonna help.
Investigation.
Okay.
I have a +8 to this.
Um,
I got 22 on perception.
Hey, all right. Athena, you are kind of perusing through all of this different pirate stuff here. All in all, looks pretty cool. I would say thing that like in particular jumps out at you. You see a what would look pretty normal to anyone else, but to you, a stick that is clearly made to look natural, made to look like a branch off of a tree or like it's been broken off of a kind of plant, but it's not. You can tell simply by the kind of the way the wood is lacquered and finished. It has a bit more polish to it. Its shape, while a little bit wild, isn't unruly enough to not be used. In fact, this thing, it's clearly mental heuristic, but whoever designed it definitely designed it for more of a staff of some kind. Um, Other than that, nothing super jumps out at you as being super naturey or super cool or like would help you a ton. Unless you want a flintlock or just like a cutlass, you can have that.
Be cool if we had those caltrops again. Is that how you say it? Right? Those like spiky
Yeah.
things? My brain. Should I? Can I look more deeply at this stick? Yeah.
Sure. You can walk over to it. It's kind of like lodged into a like gigantic pile of gold, kind of towards the bottom. As you walk on over, the stick itself doesn't look like it's made out of any particular special kind of wood. It looks pretty common. You'd guess some kind of darker oak, or maybe that's a lacquer finish on it, you're not sure. But as you kind of get a good look at it, I mean, you can't tell how long it really is, but it's definitely like got to be at least staff size, unless it's weirdly short and is just like a truncheon.
Right. Can I? What happens if I pick it up? Is that me picking it up?
You can try and pull it out if you want. It's going to require a pretty good athletics check, though, as you tug for the first little bit and realize it's not moving.
Yo. Yeah, no. I think I got an 8. Yeah.
Athena, you try for a moment, but it's kind of stuck in this gigantic pile of gold here. You try and move away some of the pieces, but all in all, the more you try, the more pieces start falling onto it. Though you think you could probably find someone strong enough for this.
You guys, that stick looks like it's more than just a stick.
Pick it up.
I can't!
You.
All right, let me try.
Spicy, give me athletics.
Oh my god.
Athletics. 16.
Oh yeah. On a 16, you pull for what seems like a little bit, but eventually you can feel it begin to loosen. And as you finally, with like a ton of effort, put your feet up on the sides of the pile and just pull with all of your might, it comes loose and flies into the air before landing about 10 feet off. As you all turn around to look at the stick, a shift happens out of the corner of your eye, Spicy. And as you look back at that pile of gold, oh, that's fine, nothing moved. Probably just a coin falling. And as you look deeper into coin falling, you realize you might have just pulled out a stick that was maybe a little bit load bearing. And as you look at the pile begin to start to shift and move forward, Spicy, it's not going to happen yet, but you can tell it's about to fall over, and the pile is about to avalanche the group.
Mhm.
You got maybe like 6 seconds.
Run.
Run!
Right, flying away now.
So as he calls run, you all bolt. Athena, you scoop up the stick easy enough. It is about the size of a staff. As you just kind of don't have much time to look at it as you rush away, this pile of gold slothing down the mountain, slowly enough, kind of tumbling and falling back. Though you see now, having fallen away, this first chunky layer of gold reveals this gigantic piece of wood. I mean, it must stand at about 5, 6 feet thick, and in height you could only guess as you look up and do see, oddly enough, sticking out the top is a wooden post of all of this gold.
Whoa. Should we go check
Amazing
that
idea.
And I see that stick.
out? Okay.
Go ahead.
See what's so important about this stick.
Grab a stick from Athena Eldon. To you, it looks like a stick from a tree.
This is just a stick.
No, but it has like a finish on it. I think.
Sure.
See, it's like.
Can I make some sort of check on it?
Sure. Give
don't
me Arcana or Nature if you want to try and figure out what kind of stick this is.
10 for Arcana.
Okay. On Arcana, you look at it deeper. Yeah, you've seen enough like woodwork and stuff in your life to know this is actually like lacquered finish. It's meant to be built for like durability, which is weird for what clearly to you looks like a stick from a tree. And as you continue looking at it, I mean, I guess you could use that as a staff, but you don't know why someone would want to. Exactly like that,
I have the
actually.
stick.
Yep.
Okay, so someone made a walking stick out of a tree branch.
Pretty good walking stick if it is. Just saying. Which in the Feywild, that seems mighty suspicious.
Mhm.
So my detect magic's still up. Is anything coming off it, by the way? Sorry.
As it finally gets close enough to you, Ezekiel, this
Whoever
thing is giving
pass
off.
next.
This thing is giving off some major transmutation magic.
Is it?
Ezekiel, hate
Yeah.
to say this again, but you are the smart one here.
What the fuck? What am I rolling, Harry?
I mean, I guess you could roll me Arcana, but really the thing to do here would be to burn the slot for Identify if you have it.
I don't.
Ah,
Does a 27? I rolled a 19.
no, that'll do it. Never mind.
Okay. Oh wait, just kidding. I do have Identify. That's so funny. I forgot I have it.
My
Well,
Whatever.
27
That's too bad.
equivalent, I would say. You look at this, Ezekiel. I mean, you could guess kind of what it does. As you kind of look at it, it probably requires you to spend about 10 minutes with it, but it looks like it just changes materials whenever one thinks about it. Probably goes from wooden to metal to, God, I don't know, brick if you want it to, but it looks like this thing
Sure,
could
all the
probably
fun
infinitely
ones.
change.
Okay, fuck it. Who wants to hold this for 10 minutes to attune to it? Not it.
Okay.
Okay, here you go.
I'm just gonna hand it back to her.
Oh, we got 10 minutes.
Yeah, in that 10
Yeah,
minutes, what do
just
you all
make
want to
sure you keep holding on to it and think about the stick a lot while we look around.
Think about the stick.
Yep, I said that. I
Be
know what I
one
was
with the stick.
Okay.
saying.
Okay.
How does the stick
All right.
feel? What emotions are you deriving from the stick?
Let's
Stick-
Me trying to get
stick
anyone
feels
to role play an
confused.
improv. How does this make you feel? Does it evoke something? Harry, this is a piece of fucking cheese the bartender gave me. Well, how would it taste, though?
What do you think it means?
The taste
What
feels.
does it mean?
What do you think is
The
the
stick, the
significance
stick
behind
feels
this?
confused that I'm holding it.
Harry,
That's
is there,
personification right there.
is there anything alive in here?
The stick.
Not particularly. You're looking around. I guess the mold counts as alive, and the stuff it is eating is alive. There are once alive things like old trees in here that have been since turned into other shit. But no, you're not getting a sense of like critters moving around.
Interesting. Do I see food or anything at all?
In the big old mold pile, there looks to be a few different kinds of apples here, though most notably are the ones that look like they're made of pure gold, though now they are rotting with this odd black mold.
So there at least was food here, but there's nothing alive. Hold on.
As you're perusing around, Ezekiel, just kind of looking at everything, you see in here, you pass the set of golden apples, you pass over more chairs, more tables. Eventually the monotony of it all, of seeing a chair, then a table, then a chair. You see a red one, then a blue one, then another red one, then another blue one. It begins to get to you a little bit as you just stare at the monotony of it all. It just everything in here matches, and it's awful.
Ooh, this is weird.
It feels like a trap or something. I don't like you're supposed to be stuck in here. I'm not sure, but
Okay. Nobody has any ideas. You can go ahead and just keep cruising around. Of the piles here, there is the giant mold and food pile. It looks like it has perishables. There's the weapons and ammo pile. There's the golden gems. And of course, there is the furniture and home goods section that looks like it's the biggest one that is just kind of miscellaneous. Is there any section in particular that would draw anyone over to it?
not sure.
Say sections one more time.
Sure. You got the weapons pile, golden gems. You then have a giant pile of mold, what looks like perishables, like food, other stuff. Then what would look to be kind of miscellaneous, but is mostly just like furniture, home goods, and stuff.
I want to look at the
Well-
gems.
I was gonna say I
Yeah,
heard
fair enough.
valuables.
You move over to the gold and gems pile you were just digging through to get through to the stick. Is there any particular place you want to start? There is the odd center beam of wood. Other than that, though, you're kind of just digging from the outside going in.
Just dive right in.
Okay, Scrooge McDuck style. You just pick a point and go. Go ahead and give me investigation. No investigation because you're doing this up close with your hands. It's very much a slow and monotonous thing.
13.
Okay.
While they're doing this, I want to go over to Ezekiel
Huh?
and just quietly be like, "So Ezekiel,
Hmm?
when are you asking her out?"
Listen. I don't think you understand how long I spent with my nose in a book. My social anxiety is higher than Cloak, okay? This is a struggle. I can
would help you,
I can
but I've
ego
been
my
at the
way
game
through.
for 50 years.
I can ego my way through most situations because I know my shit and I can kill things. But this fucking terrifies the shit out of me. All right?
If it
Oh.
makes you feel any better, she looks just as nervous about stuff.
Oh yeah, clearly, painfully. It's really funny actually.
Does she though? I mean, I feel like he's going out of his league. If you
Puck.
don't like me saying.
Puck.
Puck, buddy. When we want
Puck.
your input, we'll ask. But I don't remember asking for a cunt's opinion. Cool. Thanks.
It was always available, and I'm just saying, you could do us before he fades away.
Jesus Christ. Did you? I don't remember asking for him, but whatever.
I didn't.
God.
I mean, he did. He's just always listening.
Yeah, I know. It's annoying. God,
Hmm.
motherfucker. Anyways,
Is this what it's like being around me?
no, I think this is what it's like being around me.
Mm.
This is not a great duo for us. I feel so bad for
No.
our friends now thinking about this. Jesus Christ. Well, if it makes you feel better, instead of asking her out, I did a stupid and put my soul on the line to make sure she lives. So, instead of speaking my feelings, I just decided to
Did it.
possibly sell my soul.
Hmm.
Problem avoidance.
As we cut away from a man in his 50s who hasn't dated anyone in years, and a man who, equivalent of, and a young kid who just got out of the military, who has never talked to someone of the opposite gender in a romantic way, just kind of there. And as we cut away from those two, we cut back on over to who they're talking about. Amara, you are currently digging through gold and jewels here. You're seeing a lot of this gold. While probably useful for the fact that it is made of gold, all of this currency looks completely foreign to you. Though the gems are nice, nothing too gigantic or anything. You're just kind of scooping little gems here and there into whatever the hell you carry them in. And as you are doing so, you are kind of digging through the pile, and eventually you get to this odd looking hole? No. It's a pile of gold. There wouldn't be a hole in a pile of gold. And as you kind of look deeper in, you realize it's a hole in something else. The gold's covering something. Brush it aside, see more wood again. And as you kind of look around here, hole's really only big enough for your head and horns to get through. The rest of your body might not do it, but eh.
Huh. I want to put my head in the hole.
Alright.
Pause.
What a thing to say.
You kind of wrestle through and look inside here, your dark vision now kind of activating. You see inside about 5 sets of hammocks. And as you look deeper in, you see about 5 in total cannons. Mara, you're digging through a pirate ship.
Oh my god. No freaking
And
way.
as you are freaking out in this moment, you see something in the corner of the ship. Kind of oddly sitting on the top of a barrel, no legs hanging off, like on a small chair on top of a barrel, is a squirrel? It looks like a squirrel, though it has that Puck flavor to it, that good old Shadow you've come to know and hate. And as you spot the squirrel, sitting, legs crossed, looks like a very tiny book in its hands, a pipe in its mouth. It looks up, and the moment you make eye contact with it, it fades into the shadows.
What the fuck? And there's no way to get in there?
Well, I mean, there's always a way to get in there. You could dig out, I suppose. Or I think you could pull a more Amar approach.
Ju-
Would you like to blow a hole in the pirate ship?
yes.
Go ahead and tell me what spell you're going to use, or if you want to use something other than a spell to try and blow it up.
What do I need? Like a little firebolt? Would that work? Probably not.
Firebolt would not have like the firepower, the punch necessary to burrow through.
Fuck it. Fireball.
As you send a fireball into the side, Spicy, you are similarly digging through the gold. You can take all of this gold if you want. It'll be enough value based on the fact that it's gold, obviously. They can't really spend it anywhere. And as you are picking through extra gems, you're finding actually quite nice pieces of jewelry, different new earrings you can go ahead and try on. And then as you look over to see Amara, who is cocking back what appears to be a purple fireball before throwing it into the pile of gold, and coins, burning hot orange coins, begin flying through the air as the entire party is pelted with red hot coins. Ezekiel, Eldon, you are standing in the middle of conversation. Before Ezekiel, you feel something land on your head and a burn begin to burrow through your skull.
What the fuck?
Fuck, you think she would give us a warning next time?
Amara, as you brush off some of the dust and smoke from the hole you've just blown open, you now see a fairly decent sized hole. Someone like Zevlo might have to crouch into it, but you could definitely just kind of walk under it with no issue. But you see the rest of the ship is now open to you.
Let's go.
Amara, have
Going
you
in
ever
by
heard
yourself?
of, a warning?
What?
So what the
I'm
fuck?
sorry.
Huh? Ow.
Look.
My ear.
Look.
Oh, pirate ship. Oh fuck, shit. Can I
You're welcome.
like history check whatever ship this would be based on what I can see?
Off of the materials on the outside, no. Though, Ezekiel, you would know, pirate ships carry flags. If it's still an old ship, it's got to have its flag somewhere.
Can I look for the flag?
Can I help?
Sure. As you all step into the pirate ship for this first time, you see what I described before. What looks like sleeping quarters, hanging hammocks. There are a few sets and pieces of clothes, though nothing fancy. And as you walk on the very, very below deck here, you can see, Ezekiel, some serviceable cannons, though they look pretty old by now. And having not fired in a while, they might just bloom and flower on the first shot. But, I mean, they're savable, maybe.
Also, I'll take like a pretty like 2 rings, necklace, and bracelet if there is any.
Yeah, hell yeah. Gold or silver?
Gold.
Hell yeah. Spicy, you can pick up as much jewelry as you want here. If you haven't noticed, the DM's giving you as much gold as you can carry, though it isn't really currency.
Hold on. Holds out my
the
bag of
gold
holding.
itself is pretty valuable.
Holds out bag of
Oh, yeah.
holding. Sorry. All the gold we want, Harry?
The gold itself is worth a chunk of change. If you can melt it down into ingots, which you can.
I'm actively gonna make a forge as soon as we're done with this.
There's
Can
no
make
way
a
we get to
forge.
keep all this.
Probably not. Especially because
Just work on building a forge right
I
now,
have
but it's probably gonna take
300
time.
pounds of space left. Or sorry, about 150 pounds of, because I also have a corpse. Can I just put like 100 pounds of gold into my bag of holding?
Yeah. Are you trying to curate what kinds of gold you get? Are you going for like any particular kind of currency that might still be in date somewhere, or are you just picking up the gold because it's gold?
Both? Like a little mix?
To get that much in your bag at once, it's either going to have to be grab bag, or you're going to have to go through these one at a time and like really sort them.
We can sort it.
What if
I
just
think we can
shuffled
sort.
it
I
and
think we
rolled a
can-
luck check?
That would.
Honestly, if you want to just shuffle it in and roll me a luck check to see how many are usable still, sure.
Up to you. I'm fine on money.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, go ahead and roll me just a luck check to see how many usable pieces of currency you get.
So, who's rolling the luck check? Out of curiosity?
Who is?
Anyone can, though I prefer it to be someone involved at the current moment.
You know what? I'm not doing the shoveling. Mike, do it.
Okay. Luck is just 5d20, right?
Yeah, flat d20. Let's see how high you go.
Okay. 18.
Hey, hell yeah.
That's pretty good.
Of usable currency, if you think about a good 90% of this might be used worldwide.
I'm sorry. Did you just say we got 100 pounds of usable gold?
90 pounds.
Or 90 pounds? Sorry.
90% of the 100 pounds you just grabbed is usable.
So 90 pounds.
Yeah. Semantics, but I said 90%, so technically yes, though I don't know if you got a perfect 100 pounds of gold.
You know what,
It's kinda
Harry?
hard to
You know
tell.
what, Harry? We could say 90. We can say 90 for exact amount if you
Where you
want.
wanna go?
Because
Yeah.
50 coins is a
Sorry,
pound.
Peter. Okay.
So
sure.
we just got like 4,500 gold. That's currency.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Amara, you find what you're looking for?
Huh?
Mara,
You
what
seem
are
to
you
have
doing at the
wanted
current
something,
moment
you
on the
blew a
pirate ship?
hole in the side of a ship.
Well, yeah, there was a squirrel and it had a
Are you a squirrel?
yes, there was a squirrel and it had a book and a pipe, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it
Mara,
had a
in fact,
book and
you
a
see
pipe.
a very small chair sitting on top of a barrel that used to have a lit candle next to it. Doesn't anymore.
Ezekiel, are you sure about her?
It was
That's rude.
sitting right
I'm very
there,
sure.
and then it disappeared.
Amara, as you are walking up to this barrel just to try and hopefully get some sort of explanation, like maybe the chair will work? No. If you had maybe the pipe, maybe. And as you're looking at it, underneath the chair appears to be a sheet of parchment paper.
I pick it up.
You pick up this flimsy kind of gigantic sheet here, and in rather nice looking handwriting, it just says, "Look for the thing that is unique. Look for an animal shiny and green. Look in a place sight unseen." This rhyme does not make any sense. And as you keep reading, it further goes on to explain, "I made that in 10 seconds. What do you want?"
I have a
And as
green
you
animal.
keep reading, it gets more and more and more sarcastic to the point where you just feel like this is kind of Excuse City and just roll up the paper.
I need to introduce this guy to Bartholomew because maybe he can teach him how to write poetry. I'll just
Forgot
show
about
everyone
Barty.
else.
A green animal. I have a jade frog.
I could be a frog. You really want?
I doubt it has anything to do with me having a jade frog, though.
Probably not. It's probably something already here.
Athena, as you are just kind of walking around in here, not looking for anything in particular, you just naturally gravitate towards the hammocks. It's where no one's gone yet. You're perusing here, and
Still
oddly
holding a
enough,
stick, by the way.
still holding, concentrating on the stick. And as you're putting all of your focus on that stick, you look over. Okay, maybe you put too much focus on the stick because now you're starting to see sticks everywhere. As an identical version of it is sitting about 10 feet away from you, just resting on the side of the pirate ship.
Stick.
You go to it, pick it up, another lacquered stick.
Guys, I got another stick!
Like a
Good
different
job,
stick.
Athena.
Yay! And I'm just
like-
Hold on, as you say a different stick, it's not. It's the same stick. Like the same stick.
How did you? That's the exact same stick.
No, it.
Ezekiel, as they get close enough to you, only one of them radiates magic.
So only points at the magical one. That one's magical. What the fuck?
So
Is
where did the
it?
other one come from? Where did you find
Amara,
that?
you look at that sheet of paper once more. Find the thing that is unique.
Find the thing that is unique.
Do we need to learn a different spell for this? Because I don't know.
Do I suspect Harry's making me burn a spell slot, but also, this is the magic one. This is unique.
He is, yeah.
It would be
Ezekiel,
crazy if Harry's trying to get
give
me to burn it.
general intelligence just right now. Let's see if you figure out a puzzle.
8.
Nope.
Oh, God.
I rolled a 3 on the dice.
Unique, I guess. Unique could likely mean to you instead you're trying to find the magic version of the item, but you don't really know about it. It's up in the air.
Could I try, like, casting something with it? I don't even know how that would work.
Well, first of all, has it been 10 minutes?
I don't.
Yes.
Okay.
Eventually, slowly but surely, Athena becomes 10 minutes and you attune to this magic item. It doesn't come to you directly right away. You more just get kind of what Ezekiel got. Something to do with transmutation. You would know the transmutation is often changing either the size or weight of a thing or the chemical composition of a thing. Something to do with change of a thing.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I try. I don't know how I would try to use it. Should I add this to my
No,
inventory?
not yet. As you aren't exactly certain what the item is.
Oh, can I try like casting something with it? Do I have to choose something?
Sure. You feel like you could use this thing as an arcane focus, though when you just run like a cantrip through it, nothing particularly important happens. Um, Ezekiel, give me history.
Okay. 26.
You get the sense that this place is full of mostly lost things, as is most of the stuff here in the Feywild. And as you are kind of looking around here, transmutation, yeah, mostly material things, but people do often forget that it is the change of shape as well. It's not just the change of material or chemical. And as you look at that stick, it kind of reminds you of one of those old gods you read about. And you just think maybe Athena should just try making it bigger.
No way.
The
There's
stick
no.
itself?
Yes.
You,
So-
Athena,
To
gear up.
extend or enlarge.
Think about, for a second, big, large, nothing's coming to
Big.
mind. And as you just start rattling off synonyms in your brain, eventually you hit
Giant.
extend, firing through the side of the pirate ship. This quarterstaff becomes 200 feet long.
I fucking knew it. It's the power
As it
pole.
fires out either side, you see a quarterstaff that is able to change its size and shape on an attack. And as you think smaller again, it decreases in size back to a regular old stick.
I told you it was more than just a stick.
Huh.
Oh, you were right. That could come in very useful. What? Okay, Mika. Alright, Mika.
I wasn't thinking anything. Jeez.
Would anyone else like to pilfer the pirate ship for anything? You can look for flags, you can look for logbooks, captain's quarters, you can go anywhere you can think of on a pirate ship here.
Pirate ship.
You can shrink it down and put it in your pocket.
I don't. I think I can only control the stick.
Haven't thought about it. You can think smaller in this moment. Stick can
Okay.
really get as small as you need it to go, and it'll probably only go to about the size of your index finger before it stops.
Can you only change the size if you're holding it?
Anyone else can call out, extend, or shorten, see if it works, but it doesn't.
Yeah, you try. I give it like the finger size stick to someone.
Well, then they would have to attune to it.
Oh, you're right.
If I'm holding it and you do the command, will it do the thing?
Okay. Big, huge.
Sure, that's the word that he said.
I knew
it
giving
was.
it to Athena was such a good idea. I knew it, yes.
Extendo.
You go, big, huge extendo! The stick does not grow in any way whatsoever as it lays dormant in the palms of Amara.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I
Well,
think-
you said extend in there somewhere, so clearly the person attuned to it has to be holding it.
Yeah, I pick it back up.
Could have been interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I mean, I could poke someone from really far away.
Uh-huh.
Silro, as all this is going on, you too, Spicy, what's going on? You do anything in particular, just hanging out, listening to conversation, or you robbing anything?
Is there anything else that would be like of value around here?
Yeah, there's a whole, like, upper decks no one's explored yet, though it
Yeah, I'll
is
go up.
covered partially in gold, yeah. You push through, you see some of the gold's blocking it, though oddly enough, it looks like it's mainly filled the deck of the ship, and whatever is on top of this pole has blocked off the rest of the gold. As you look up and see, oh, the sails are kind of putting in work. They're oddly propping up a huge kind of wall of gold, though not solid gold, gold coins. The whole situation looks precarious at best, as you figure you better be pretty careful stepping on the deck of this ship. But still, you see here on top, same set 5 cannons, though here you can see now in proper full the mast, which is what you spotted earlier. Doesn't look like there's a flag on top of it, though the crow's nest is entirely free right now. You can also see on the front of the ship, it looks like there's something kind of hanging from the, what would you call it? The thing carved on the front of a ship. Don't know what you would call it.
The front of the ship.
Mermaid?
Figurehead.
Yeah, the
Figurehead.
figurehead. Thank you, Josiah.
The mermaid.
One Piece taught me that. It's not a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Anna?
Leave it.
I didn't say it was. I was not questioning it.
Spicy, you walk over to the front here and see just off the bow as you look down and spot it was a hanging necklace. Looks ruby red in color, which is not your color, though looks nice.
I'll grab it.
Sure.
Before I grab
You-
it doesn't look magical. Just like into my eyes, it doesn't look magical. I know it doesn't hold a
Yeah,
lot of
you've seen plenty of magic items and stolen plenty of magic stuff before. Yeah, looks magical.
I'll grab it.
Okay. You look here. Now, actually getting a closer look at it, looks like this is some kind of ruby. And you see, as you kind of look deeper into the jewel's composition here, this looks like a rare cut. You might have just found something actually pretty damn rare. You've never, like, been one to follow really, really famous jewels, though you like the idea of them. So you wouldn't really be able to tell what kind of ruby this is, but it looks very nice.
Okay.
You pick that off the front. Still free ship up.
Okay. Let's see. And so where else was there I could go check?
Looks like the whole back, including the captain's quarters and back of the ship, might have, cannonball storage or extra rope if you just want to take some stuff.
I checked the captain's whatever. The captain's
Sure.
office or whatever. The
Um,
captain's quarters or not quarters. Oh, fuck,
Quarters is
take
correct.
me.
Quarters, yeah. I think quarters or cabin, or I don't even think they had terminology for it. Wherever the captain lay, or whatever they would say.
It's quarters actually. I have no idea, but
Quarters.
I think so. I think because it's military for British officers. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is anyone else in particular going up to the captain's quarters? Ezekiel, I know you voiced wanting to go somewhere important before on the ship. That's probably where the most important stuff happens.
Yeah, no, fair. I'm down. I want to find his
Um,
log specifically.
Hell yeah. As you kind of get up to the door, Spicy, you figure it's locked, and as you try the door handle just in case, of course it is. Though, oddly enough, this one doesn't look that hard to pick, considering there is glass just kind of right there, a little glass pane. Probably just punch it out, open the door.
okay.
As you do so, just kind of putting a fist through and reaching, turning the door handle before throwing it open on the other side. You check for traps just in case. You do find a small little tripwire of some old pirate's booby trap, but as you trip it, some flintlock that's powder has long since gone off, fires and sputters out, but doesn't actually fire anything out. As you look around, no more traps in the quarters, though as you look dead ahead, oh, there was something living in here. Well, there was, keyword. As you see a human skeleton, well, human in the kind of bones. In reality, this skeleton looks like it's about 10 foot fucking tall. And as it is laying in this chair, feet up on the desk, I mean, maybe this was the pose this person chose to die in, but it's an odd choice. And as you keep looking around the cabin, it looks like this place definitely has not been opened since the ship landed here.
Okay. Can I tell what this not person, but whatever this thing is? Basically, just because it's 10 feet tall, so that's a little strange.
Yeah, you would guess. Give me either nature or medicine to go ahead and look and try and figure out what kind of creature this would be.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Okay. At first you think it's not particularly tricky. It's 10 foot tall, looks semi-human. It's probably a troll. And as you keep looking, the more you think, yeah, troll, maybe a big ogre, or even a really big orc would make sense. But as you keep getting closer, it makes less and less sense. It's human, though oversized. And as you keep looking at it, no, this is a human skeleton. Though whoever it was must have been pretty powerful or pretty blessed, considering they're 10 foot tall. You see, actually, as you would closer inspect the skeleton, you see this large looking kind of cape, maybe coat, that rests over the top two shoulders. It's been tattered and worn, though you see the black of it still kind of shining a bit from the leather. And as you keep looking at this outfit, it first off screams pirate. It's got the hat, it's got the patch, it's got everything. And as you look down, oddly enough, you see a dagger that has been rammed through the back of the neck forward. As it's
Okay.
kind of just sticking out where the guy's throat would have been.
Gotcha. Does the dagger look special in any way, or is it just a normal dagger?
Normal dagger, though, it's an odd spot to kill someone with. They're not going for anything particularly vital.
Mhm.
So I see you look down at that necklace you just picked up. The back of it is kind of cut and was retied on that front of the ship. You guess this is probably his.
Okay.
Though, yours now.
First of all, I want to take his little coat. I think. What
Oh,
color
yeah.
is the coat?
Black.
Black. Then yeah, sure. Why not? That's fire.
Yeah, black with these little gold accents on it. You take it off the skeleton, just kind of. Do you do it ceremoniously? I don't imagine you would, but do you?
I'm sorry, I blacked out. What did you say?
Do you do it ceremoniously at all, with any respect, or you just kind of kick the skeleton over and take its coat?
I'm gonna just take it. Fuck, I don't
Yeah,
care.
fair.
He's dead.
Yeah, you just knock over the chair. Ezekiel, desecrating a tomb, but still,
Happens.
Spikesy just pilfering off the cloak. You can see on the back, Ezekiel. It said something in some character, though this writing has been utterly scratched off the back. Is there anything else in particular? You can give me investigation for the room, Ezekiel, if you want, while Spicy's pilfering the corpse.
18.
18. On an 18, I'm assuming Ezekiel would go for maybe a shelf of books or the desk drawers first.
Yeah, the dust drawers I think would be probably my first go.
As you rush over to where the skeleton once was, now kind of looking, you open up a drawer. Doesn't seem to have a lot in it. Though, small leather-bound book is at the very, very bottom, kind of tucked away. As you pull it out and begin to read, what you read shocks you.
Oh.
This is the diary and log of one Edward Teach.
I recognize this
aka
man.
Blackbeard.
Yep, I just
Yeah, yeah.
I never heard the name before.
As you begin flipping through, these are the true and real tales of Blackbeard the pirate, and this is his ship. As you see underneath the desk, kind of thrown in unceremonious fashion, covered in what probably is his dried blood, the good old Jolly Roger of Blackbeard.
Humana. So guys, I'm gonna shout this now. Guys, this is Blackbeard's ship.
Like the pirate?
Like the man, like the man, the myth, the legend.
Like the big scary guy with the face.
Sure, I guess.
With
If
the
you-
beard would've been better,
If
but
you had
no,
read
it's-
enough books to know about him, I would be shocked. That's crazy. Okay. Can I history check if any like major treasure from him was missing or something that could,
Go for
be
it.
lost possibly here?
that necklace maybe.
23.
Blackbeard was said to be a freakishly good swimmer, and he was also known for surviving some of the worst poisons and gases known to man. You don't know if that was a magical effect or if he was just a beast of a man. There's the obvious things that have been taken and stored away and recorded, like Blackbeard's sword and stuff. Even the Fae could like hold on to such cool things like that belong somewhere. Other than that, I mean, it looks like on his person and one in the desk, there are 3 black and gold flintlock pistols.
I would like to take all 3.
Sure. They aren't much any fancier than any other pistol, though they are just black and gold.
You said 3. I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Exandria, right? That's what I had.
Yep.
Cool. Well thought.
As everyone files in, Ezekiel, you are paging through this logbook. Where would you start? Would you start at the beginning? Would you go right to the end? Would you try and just pick a passage in the middle? Where would you
Right
start
to the
reading this?
end.
Yeah, smart man. As you try and figure out immediately what might have been happening and what caused the end of Edward Teach, you begin flipping through this journal. Huh. There isn't anything logged in the last 2, 3 years Blackbeard was known to be alive.
Intriguing.
And in fact, on that 18 earlier, you look at the now disheveled corpse of Edward Teach and the knife having been planted through his neck. I mean, he didn't trust anyone for a reason. And as you go back to that drawer, you pull it from the desk itself and begin shaking it up and down, it has more weight to it. As you lift open a false bottom and see inside a far nicer kept black book.
I'm going to open that. Go to the end of that.
You go and immediately read. Here the tales become odd. And you had known magical creatures do exist, of course. Magic and monsters are real in this world, but even this is strange. It talks about monstrous looking people with deformities and abilities that haven't really been seen a ton outside of the open ocean, as piracy attracts a ton of people, especially those who are less fortunate, and a lot who go under the radar most of the time. And in fact, as you continue reading, you are reading about freakish abilities and things you have never seen. There are mentions of different kinds of people, though some sound like they're from the Feywild, others sound like eldritch horrors. And as you keep reading through this, one solid and consistent character is brought up again and again. His father. As you read through, never names him by name, simply names him father, though you weren't super deep into pirate history. I don't think you would know his dad's name, or would not go that far as to know his dad's name, though it's quite easy to just go and look that up. But as you skim through, father is mentioned, son, and there are a few instances of like great, what kind of sound like pirates, though they seem far too nice to be pirates. They give off more of an air of revolutionaries, and as you keep reading, the tale simply gets worse and worse before you need to close the book and simply finish that another time.
Interesting.
That's a lot.
Well, you're hard reading through a captain's log.
Yeah, no, fair. So there's just like the guns in the drawer and then the black book inside the drawer.
Inside, along with a few fancy looking rings, none of them giving off anything magic, though they are nice. You do also find what looks like a cool looking older bandana that was probably once worn by a pirate. Though if you think back on it, Blackbeard wore a hat bandana combo, though his was always black. You're not sure whose this is. It's kind of bright, it's got a general like greenish hue to it. It's pretty nice.
I will take it.
I am going to message Ezekiel and quietly be like, Ezekiel, if you find any pirate jewelry, it'd be a great gift for a certain someone.
Are you on Brawl Stars?
Bro, clearly
I
on
can
Brawl
just hear the
Stars.
little fucking noises in the background.
That's
I'm
crazy.
like, this
Oh my
dude's collect-
God.
I'm like, this dude's collecting things. What are you collecting?
Um,
What are you collecting? Were you getting coins or some power points or something?
No, I'm playing a game.
but Ezekiel is now going to
I
immediately
frequently get
pivot
those
his
calls.
entire thought process to look for pirate jewelry.
Okay. Seeing the best has already been claimed, giving off an air of magic, you look at the thing Spicy has before diverting your attention. Would you want to look on the actual corpse for this too, assuming Spicy hasn't pilfered through the entire thing?
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'm still gonna
What?
look through the corpse right
Oh
now.
yeah, I figured.
wait
I'm gonna
for-
go ahead and let you go first.
Yeah, okay. So, first of all, I'm gonna take the dagger. Just why the fuck not,
Yeah.
I guess.
Um,
And then,
Looks like dagger, quote unquote. It looks like it was probably an old like cutlass that was broken in half and is now being used as a dagger.
okay. And then, is there any
Um,
jewelry on him or anything?
Yes, his fingers are covered in rings. Mostly skulls and other kind of intimidating visages. He doesn't have any like really elegant pieces of jewelry. Though you would see some of these things are gigantic. Big enough to fit on maybe 2 or 3 of your fingers at once. Um, you
So,
look
like,
and find
10?
a particularly nice set ring of a blackish gem, though nicer black gem than you've ever seen. This thing, you can tell just by picking it up, you bite it a little. This thing is worth money.
Okay. I'll take all the rings. How
Um,
many are there? Like 10? It's you said his whole hands are covered,
15.
right? 15?
He's got one on each hand, on each finger, on each hand, and then 5 extra.
Okay. Anything in his pockets?
You go through the coat you've kind of just put on. Are you wearing it like he would have worn it, which is like hanging more like a cape, or would you put on the full coat?
I'd put the whole thing on. Why not?
Yeah. You toss on the full coat. Spicy. You feel oddly comfortable in this. Like freakishly comfortable. And as you look at the leather on it, oh, that's why it feels like being in your own skin. This is
Oh.
for sure Black Dragon scale.
Is is my scale worth a lot of money?
Like,
Dragon scales?
Uh,
Or
Dragonborn
it is,
scale.
right?
No, this is Black
Oh, okay.
Dragon scale.
that is worth a lot.
I will. I'll keep it. I'll keep it on.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna be putting
You
it
kind
on
of
over
rifle through the
everything
pockets.
else, so I'll have to feel it, and it's gonna feel all weird and shit. Like I'm gonna keep my Uncle Sabu vest on and everything. Like that's just gonna keep me
Hell yeah.
protected from the dragon or whatever.
You kind of rifle through his pockets. You feel tons of gold coins that are no longer valid anywhere. Keep going. These are freakishly deep pockets, though you would expect it from a pirate. Nothing in the front, though, right? Pirate, why would he keep anything in his front pockets? You begin to go through and feel the lining of the coat and stop. Feels like a piece of parchment in the lining of the coat.
Just like in the lining.
In the lining of the coat. Probably have to
Well-
cut it open to get to it, but you can probably mend it real quick.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Spices, you kind of take the coat off just in case you go through and just kind of cut yourself. You instead drag it down as it's laying on the table, open it up, and find a little message wound up in a scroll.
A squirrel, he said.
Roll.
Sorry, in a squirrel, rolled up in a scroll.
Gotcha. It's like a squirrel.
It's
Told
inside
you
a
there's
dead
a
squirrel, and a
squirrel.
dead squirrel is in the lining of the couch.
Okay, gotcha. It's a scroll. I'm gonna open the
Um,
scroll and just like,
you open it to what looks like a map with unnamed continents. You're good at like guessing places, and you're pretty generally all right at using a map. Though this is unmarked, say except for where the giant X is and the key legend on the side that says "X, my greatest treasure."
okay.
There is a small bit of writing at the top, though it is faded tremendously. You get an I and a T mostly from the title.
Okay.
Where would the I and the T be, give or take? Like, what letter position would they
The
be?
T would be at the very beginning, and the I would be more of the end of the sentence. You can't tell if there was more words after like the first four. Is there four? Or is that just the end of the third? Oh, this is going to require some deeper look. Ezekiel, you could try and just give me like intelligence right now to just see if you guess the word off rip.
9.
9. You could guess the first one. It might be a the or like a title of something, but you're not sure.
The Great Pirate Era.
The Grand Line.
Okay.
As everyone else files in, so seeing Ezekiel now looking at a map with Spicy having pilfered off a skeleton's corpse and having gone through all of its stuff, wearing tons of new jewelry. You two just look up at the rest of the group as they come in.
Hey guys, so we're trying to figure out where his greatest treasure was.
You just found a map to Blackbeard's treasure?
He did.
His greatest treasure.
Well. That's
Cool.
awesome. Maybe we try and figure that out when we're not running away from Puck?
Oh yeah, actually so real.
That's fair enough.
Please, I haven't even started attacking yet. It's been no fun if you're on now.
That's crazy. How do we get out of this place?
Good question.
If I told you, it wouldn't be any fun.
Anyways, Amar, can I see that
Okay.
poem again?
Yeah. Give it
Well,
to me.
You look at this poem. Says look for the thing that is unique. Look for a shiny green animal. I mean, seems pretty straightforward. You're looking for a place that is a sight unseen. The Tesseract has not been inside. Like, people haven't been in the Tesseract to explore it in years, so you would guess you're in the sight unseen.
Well,
As for the thing that is unique, Aldon, just go ahead and actually give me perception.
$18.
As you kind of now step out of the captain's quarters, Eldon, having seen all the fun that's going on in there, you step out for a moment and just try and think what the hell this poem means, walking around the deck of the ship. And as you think about it and look over at the group again, you see Athena holding those 2 sticks. And you remember there was a similar bed to Ezekiel's, or the one he just picked up, in the pile already. And there were 2 golden apples. Looks like everything's coming in pairs around here. You gotta find the thing that is alone.
So, out of the mountains of stuff in this place, we have to find something that doesn't have a duplicate.
Needle in a haystack.
I mean, we don't have duplicates.
Yes, but this was also here before us.
Yeah.
Well, I genuinely don't know how we're supposed to figure this out. We have to find a needle in a haystack, and that
Well,
needle cannot have another needle.
Well, there's has to be something that like stands out still that doesn't have a copy.
Well, it could be very small. We don't know how big the object is. There's also something about finding a green animal.
Right?
Josiah, you think about it, or not Josiah, sorry, Eldon. You think about it again, reach into your pack and pull out a jade frog. You're probably looking for a copy of a jade something.
Hmm.
You didn't really check that like green mess over there yet.
Well, that's mostly mold and stuff, isn't it? And moss.
Yeah, but that's probably they think no one's gonna go over there.
Yes, but I think green is probably, since it's more objects, it's probably something made of jade or painted green.
Right?
Hmm.
I don't know. It doesn't hurt to check.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to check, and we definitely can go over there to check.
You said that the map,
I don't know.
like with the scroll with like the map on it or whatever, had like it looked like a bunch of islands, right?
Ton of islands. You could guess that maybe the shape of them, though you don't have the big map on you in particular. I think Ezekiel carries it.
Does it remind me of anything on the ship, like the layout of it?
No, actually, it doesn't
Not at
super
all.
remind you of anything on the ship. Though you've seen this formation before. It is somewhere on your map, so at least it hasn't been terraformed or whatever. But this is like an existing island or continent out in the sea.
Okay.
Well,
Can I keep the magic stick? I think I should.
you will, yes, definitely keep the stick.
I'm gonna go over to that like mossy looking area. Yes.
All right. Tina, as you walk over in that general area, go ahead and give me just perception to try and spot out something here.
12.
Okay. The 12, at first you don't see anything particularly interesting or anything that jumps out at you. You see a few sets of rations in here, like adventurers' rations. You can only guess you're maybe not the first group of people to come through here, though if they did, they're probably buried somewhere in that mold pile by now. And as you continue kind of perusing through all the perishables and goods here, you actually stop as standing on top of the pile, looks like cracking away at the shell of a walnut, is one squirrel made of shadow, who is just about to stuff another nut in his cheek as he looks over at you, Athena, who now sees him. Bollocks! And
Sorry.
bolts away. As you spot him out again, he goes deeper into the mold.
Will my brain explode if I cast detect magic right now?
No.
Okay, I
Um,
will.
as you cast detect magic, kind of just getting the lingering feeling from this little squirrel creature, you get the sense that most of Puck's like things would give off an air of like a summoned creature or a creature made of pure shadow. You don't get that with this creature. It seems like it was already fully formed, and you get just this odd sight and maybe an odd whiff of this magic you just don't recognize. It feels sparkly and light.
That's
And
surprising.
again, it feels pretty fun.
I like that. I was expecting dark and not fun. There's nothing else in this area really that I can sense.
In this area, you get the sense of food that was once magic, and normally magic food doesn't really rot, though there is a uniqueness to this tesseract and to this place. Um, it's probably a culmination of all of this stuff being in the Feywild and in a pocket dimension in the Feywild. It's probably at some point just lost a lot of its magic touch.
Right. There's nothing really over here.
I'll say on that perception, you do find as you're digging through, just what looks like one pretty damn rotten hair, which oddly enough sits right next to a perfectly ripe pear, though this pear doesn't look real, or perhaps looks like an ornament or a nice piece of home decor at first, as this pear is made of some weird green emerald like stone.
Can I?
Would you like to take it?
I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
Look
If you want
at
to
it
take the other
close.
pear with you at all, it's twin, if you would.
Sure.
Just in case, you pick up the one that's slightly moldy, holding it kind of away from you. But really getting a closer look at this emerald, it's sizable, this thing. It's about the size of a softball in your hand. And as you look at it, the stem itself doesn't appear to be like attached on afterwards. It looks like the stem genuinely grew out of this crystalline structure. And as you look at it, I mean, it might be edible, maybe.
I wouldn't eat it.
As you find what is all to be found back here, you can return to your friends if you want, or you can keep exploring other areas.
I'll return.
Oh, yeah. In the meantime, is anyone particularly attracted to a certain area? Ezekiel, there are still a few, like, books in here that are mixed in with this furniture section. There's still plenty of weapons to be pilfered. If they aren't magic, they're still pretty cool as they're unique weapons from tons of different cultures. You see Ikua in here, you see tons of karambits, you see all different kinds of stuff that is both a little more modern and a little less.
I want to look to see if there's like any really fancy daggers or anything.
Sure. Go ahead and just give me investigation as you find like a bookshelf that's been overturned and just begin going through it.
Dirty 20.
3020. Okay. As you are going through, eventually every now and again you hit the copy of the book that you were reading and throw it across the damn room before eventually you pilfer through. Looks like a lot of classic kind of fairy tales here. You get The Cat Prince, which is a very fun one. You get other classics such as Purple Eggs and Ham, as well as I'm not going to think of those 1 million different Dr. Seuss titles, but they're there. And finally, you get to a book that seems a little different from all the others. This one's hardier, of a thick brown leather that encases the entire thing. It's probably about the size of a pretty chunky dictionary. You kind of pick it up, begin to inspect it. You look around for the other unique one of the, or sorry, the other copy of this. Huh. Just like with the pirate ship and some other stuff, it looks like not everything in here is a copy. As you begin flipping through, a lot of this is arcane equations that, if you took a second, you could read through and probably get quite quickly. But looks like mostly scratch paper for the first few chapters, pages. You don't really know how this thing's numbered out. It's not like any official book you've read. And as you finally get to a part that looks like it finally has a title of what the hell this thing is, you see it says the creation and restoration of homunculi.
Cool.
You snap it shut, tuck it under your arm for later, as you think of all the devious plans you could get up to with some homunculi.
I love how I could have them. I just am like, nah, armor. Cool.
As for the rest of you, if nothing calls out, Athena eventually comes marching back with a pair that looks more like an emerald than anything.
Feel this funky pear I found. It's shiny.
I mean, it's green. It's not an animal, right? We need to find a green animal. It said.
And it does have a pear. The pears.
Oh yeah. Also,
What if I just made it green?
Made
what?
what green?
The thing.
The
I don't-
pears?
I don't
Yeah.
Well,
know.
No.
we need a green animal that's unique. Possibly.
And we're sure the Jade Frog isn't it. How confident
Well, I
are we
mean-
in this?
I'm pretty
Did we
confident.
find another
considering-
frog?
No, but also that note was probably here before we got here.
Have you considered magic could have changed the note to fit a
It makes
unique
no
item?
sense for it to be the frog.
How would we even know if it was or not? Like, what's the... what
I
would
mean, I've
happen?
already taken the frog out. I mean,
That's true.
I don't know if anything what happens when we find it, whatever it is. But
What haven't we looked at?
does anyone have locate object? I don't know how much that would help us.
I'd have to learn it.
We also don't know what the object is actually, so it wouldn't really help us that much.
You can put out guesses with it, though it just costs spell slots is the only issue. But like, you can put out a guess for a material, highlight all that material, and just begin picking through. It'll help you narrow it down. It won't help you find exactly what you need.
What if we pray to the strange voice that's always narrating everything we do and ask for a hint?
Are you?
You didn't roll to break the fourth wall on the sheet. How is this happening?
That's so funny.
As the DM leans over into the space and gushes Amara before going back. Okay. If you really do want a hint, yes, it is jade. Yes, it is an animal. There is a pile of jewels and gold that you have not dug through beside the pirate ship.
I go dig through pile of jewels and gold.
There you go.
Time
As
to dig
you-
through piles of jewels and gold.
Yeah. Just give me group investigation. Everyone roll investigation, and we'll take the average.
17.
7.
13.
17, 7, 13,
9.
14.
9, and 14. Okay.
Sage?
16.
16. Okay. Okay. As you all slowly but surely begin to dig through this pile, taking a good amount of time here, but eventually you guys dig through and begin to find different kind of jade pieces. Ezekiel, you recognize some of these. A lot of this is coming from Bodhi's homeland, though some of it's coming from probably a place more east of you. Though you'd have a hard time picking out exactly which civilization it was from. As you all begin sorting this out, however, Philro and Athena, you would notice, as you guys are kind of picking through here, you're looking around, and Puck is supposed to have been coming after you. There's like no giant section where you guys haven't gone before, so you would definitely have noticed like a huge moving force of like a shadow army or something. But in this moment, you're thinking about it, Athena. I mean, technically, I guess if Puck didn't mind, though you would assume they would, they could have dug into the mountain of goo and disgusting mold and kind of used it as a base of operations. In fact, they could have done that with any of these piles, except maybe the gold that you dug through. And as the realization kind of hit that why is Puck not attacking you? You look around and begin to look closer at the floor, see shadows moving past your feet, winding through these little twists and turns, these little pathways between things. And looks like they're all trying to culminate more towards the pile of mold in the back, so they are all trying to form something. As I'm assuming you point this out to everyone.
Yes. What if we need to cause more avalanches to actually find it? Because like we found
Is that
something the first time we did it. So everyone start clapping really fast.
Hey.
Does anyone have anything they'd want to maybe do a spell about to cause an avalanche?
I have one that I could do.
I also have one I could do, but do I want to expend the spell slot? What if I just started blasting Harry? What if I started shooting piles to see if I can knock them over or something?
What if
I
we
would
could-
say give me perception to try and pick out points in the pile if you were to shoot them out, you think they might be like load bearing.
18.
Okay. On an 18, yeah, if you just attack this, I mean, you're destroying pieces of gold, but at this point, you don't really care. You could definitely just start chunking out pieces of this and letting it fall, though that would hit whoever's digging through it by hand.
What if we moved and then I did that?
Sure, yeah. It will restrict some of you guys in your ability to search, but whoever's got like ranged spell attacks that they can consistently do could do the same thing as Ezekiel.
I have thunderclap or
Thunderclap
I
doesn't.
thought I had earth tremor.
Yeah, but it'd be best if we try to do something that doesn't expend a ton of spell slots.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to avoid here, if I'm being honest.
Thunderclap's a cantrip.
Yeah, that's true. It's also the loud noise, which could try and knock us down, but I don't know.
Shadows begin to trail further and further. At this point, you can see they are beginning to form a similar mountain to the size of the gold coins, though further off from you. This pile of shadows is getting pretty consistently bigger.
I think we should start running.
I think we need to hurry up. Fuck this. I will expend the spell slot, Harry.
for it.
I was trying to avoid this whole time, but Thunderwave.
There you go.
Want me to
As
do
you
it so you
kind
don't
of
have to
get
waste a spell slot?
Yeah.
That's fine. I have like 8.
Okay.
you get stuck in a bit, try and find a point where it's the most load bearing. Get ready, as you're either about to be hit with a ton of coins, or if you've done your math right, they're all about to fall around you as you rub your hands together, switch the gauntlets. Kinda hope, and just with one resounding. Oh, that was a weak ass clap for me. Aw. I can't get it. But with one resounding clap, you all hear it thunder out and begin to shake this pile of coins. As you can see now, beginning to form out of this mountain a gigantic shadowy boar that begins to brush up against the ground, pressing its horns and tusks against the ground, scraping them as it's kind of just getting more and more agitated as it is getting ready to charge.
Hmm.
Ezekiel, with the assistance of everyone, you definitely get advantage, and with the casting of that spell, you get this one real big chance. Give me investigation with advantage.
Natural 20.
There you go. As you see this boar is about to charge through the furniture pile, sending sofas and tables directly at the group, you pilfer through, grab something you don't really recognize, but as you grab it and pull it from the pile, all of a sudden, Athena, the stick in your hands begins to shake tremendously as Ezekiel, you lifting it up to your face to see what the fuck you've just pulled out. You are met with a little jade monkey. And
Oh.
suddenly, bringing out from the jade statue, though they were made of spirit energy themselves, you see a large looking monkey in a crown reaches down, plucks the stick from Athena's hands before
knew it.
regrowing it more to his size,
I knew it.
leaning against the pole and giggling ever so slightly. As you see, Ezekiel, you recognize this guy. That's Monkey King.
Oh boy, Wukong time.
Shit.
Guys, we are fucked. We are just fucked.
What the freak?
As this Monkey King chuckles at this boar who crashes through this pile of furniture, but you see all of it impacts Wukong's chest as he simply looks down. Begins to giggle himself as he swings the staff around, cracks his neck, and begins whipping the boar in the face with this staff. As Sun Wukong just gets to work. The rest of you, however, seeing a small little squirrel made of shadows waving its hands wildly to get your attention, Athena, you see it point to a small door that wasn't there before.
I think that's our exit.
Yeah, I think so.
You got the map? You guys got the maps? We should go now.
Oh.
Yep, good. Alright, out of here, go.
Thank you.
You all, as you, thank you, see Sun Wukong nods their head down to you, reaches up for like their crown, tips their crown to you before placing it back on their head, doing this odd rolling motion before setting it back on. A kind of flair you've seen once or twice before. It's like something Willie would do, and you get they are very similar and eccentric. As Sun Wukong gives you a nod before allowing you all to burst through this door. You see that little shadow squirrel just waves his hand at you as you pass him by before you see the shadows of the boar begin to separate off a little bit. And you see this squirrel look at the other shadows and begin to dash away from them. However, Who's going first through that door? And I'm assuming you're charging through.
I
I'll
will.
first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ezekiel, as you kind of take charge, Eldon, you hang back on the broom. You could technically always be first, but it's never really a smart idea, as you let Ezekiel do it more often than not. Ezekiel, you don't even care to try and open it. You just bust through the door to the other side, checking it through with a shoulder. You trip for a moment and fall hard before you look up, Ezekiel, to see the scariest thing you could see as a caster.
Oh.
A room full of magic spell jars and spells that look very unstable.
Guys are fucked.
Ooh.
You push yourself up, Ezekiel, and these are shelves and shelves and shelves of failed magic spells. If anyone has seen Harry Potter 5, Order of the Phoenix, it is like the room with all the crystal balls inside at the very end. You can see just bookcases. This room is almost as large as the room full of items, though seems far more organized in nature. As you guys look around, what are you going to do?
I'm going to move around very carefully. That's for certain. Everyone please be very careful of all the shelves and the jars. I'm really hoping we don't have to find the right jar in a room full of jars, and that's not another needle in a haystack.
Surely there wouldn't be 2 in a row.
Well, there just might be. I don't know.
There you go. That's what that looks like.
Yep. Well,
Oh
Um,
god.
The space is dark, but your dark vision's helping a bit, Eldon. So you precariously look around here. I mean, the spells are labeled by the different schools of magic, but we don't know how that helps much.
do any of the spells have labels on them themselves besides the School of Magic?
A few of them look like they have labels, though they are the very like pedestrian ones, or like the ones that have a name. These are things like Wish all the way down to Leomund's tiny hut that's been failed to cast. Kind of just looks like volatile magic happens when a failure of a spell kind of happens, and it's not typical. Even in heated combat, casters know how to cast their spells well and do it on time.
But basically, if a spell
Um,
ever fails, it ends up in a jar here.
Basically,
So what if we took a jar and broke it? I'm not going to test it, but I'm just wondering.
from an
Probably something bad.
arcane point of view, you don't know. By the way, for anyone who's wondering, the hallways are labeled after the schools of magic, which is abjuration, conjuration, divination, enchantment, evocation, illusion, necromancy, transmutation. I will send that list into info.
Alright. Do you mind just start? I mean, there's so many, like, not hallways, but, like, rows and
Shelves.
rows of stuff. Yeah, shelves.
We'll keep walking through.
We should definitely
Like
stay as a
that.
group here because it's pretty. I know most of us have dark vision, but still, it's pretty dark. And based on how many shelves there are, it's going to be very easy to get lost in this.
Right. Should I cast Detect Magic again, or is that a waste?
I just can do
If
this
we
all
do
the.
detect magic, we should have Ezekiel do it usually.
Oh, okay.
It never takes me a spell slot.
I should change that maybe.
Also, I'll be right back.
Sure. As you all begin to slowly but surely make your way through, I'm assuming we're all staying as a group, as it's said. Is there any particular school of magic you guys are picking to walk through?
Or other evocation.
Yeah,
Is it any that we're like extra proficient in?
Depends on what kind of caster you are. Wizards definitely have like a specialty, though there is a preferred for every single magic caster out there. The main one for everyone is evocation. That's the, make things go boom one. Um, Other than that, like there are some schools that don't get a lot of praise or even like a lot of attention. Transmutation is like a huge thing that involves alchemical solutions and all that sort of stuff. It's very science based. Does not get talked about a lot because evocation's there and it makes things explode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they were talking about transmutation with the stick thing. Do you think that's related at all?
Probably not. I mean, I think that had to do just the stick. We can take a look at transmutation still, but I don't know how much it'll help us.
Okay.
We don't know what's gonna help and what's not gonna help right
Yeah,
now, so we might as well try
don't.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
We have
Let's
stick. Let's
go.
use stick.
We don't have stick anymore. The monkey took it.
Oh, that's right. Monkey to take stick.
He did let us through, but yeah, transmutation it is.
Okay. You guys begin to move slowly through transmutation. Ezekiel would be getting like the most information, so I'll save all of my long spiel for him. As for everyone else, there is no like particular color to any of these spells. Looks like they're just whatever color the magician prefers. You've seen that a lot with Amara often doing something purple, or Eldon often tossing out something green, or something in the shape of a musical note. And it is rather interesting to look through. All of these different spells have different shapes, different hints to them. There are some that are writhing masses of shadows and eyes, and there are others that are made of like pink glitter and rainbows. It is truly a spectrum here. And as you move through transmutation, it looks like probably the most boring section to someone without the arcane know-how. But those of you with a little more knowledge on casting, you would go through and find a lot of this stuff far more experimental than anything else. Looks like transmutation's probably the field of study that is the most scientific in its approach. It is a lot about taking notes. It's a lot about industry, believe it or not. Not a lot of you would know. Again, Ezekiel would. That transmutation wizards are often used a lot in the military just to make cheap steel happen. As for like commercial use, they get a ton of work in construction and other hands-on projects, and they also get a ton of work as like researchers. And you can just tell, Spicy, you are bored out of your mind by this hallway. As you walk through, not getting anything, though some of this stuff looks cool. I mean, like, you're seeing bottles of liquid gold and what looks like liquid gemstones and other really cool shit. Though you know you probably shouldn't open them. They look awesome. And other than that, it looks like everything here probably requires a more arcane touch, and we'll all just sit here and ramble until Michael gets back. As I don't think I can say any more without sounding weird like I'm rambling.
I want
Right.
to grab a random jar.
Sure. Do you go for any like particular look? I'll let you describe a whole jar you take.
Do the jars look different, or are they all the same?
In each jar, it looks like the spell still looks like the style of the caster. So if you were to put a spell of your own, it would look like a music note in a bottle. So yeah, describe whatever spell you want, and I'll decide the effects of it if you ever open it.
Okay. I want to find one that is like
The pink one. I don't
no,
know.
but okay. I want to find one that is like a dark green, almost black color.
Okay.
As for what it looks like, I don't know. Maybe almost like I'm trying to think. Oobleck, kind of like a very thick, like slimy
Yeah.
substance.
Though you can see as you take this black and green sort of substance, it looks almost like ink, though you can tell as you slowly turn the bottle and the liquid moves inside, it is leaving a green stain on the new glass of this rather small looking kind of vial, actually. It is still a magic jar by definition, but magic jars can take any vessel, really. Um, and oddly enough, Eldon, as you move this thing quick, it looks like this is something between solid and liquid.
I'm gonna hold on to that.
You pocket it for now. I'm assuming in the bag of holding, just to make sure it's never broken.
Yeah.
Eldon, as you kind of pocket that, you look around at not the end of this transmutation shelf by good mile or so. You really can't tell. It goes on for a while. But you get to a spot where you feel like a lot of these spells are just getting important and not necessarily in a way of power. You're getting a lot of spells here that are frighteningly useful, though you don't recognize. You see things like a scholar's touch, which you're old enough to remember was a spell you never learned, but it allowed you to essentially read whatever book you were looking at just by touching the words. Um, you see a lot of other smaller spells in here, but you're also seeing some big ones. And as you're looking at these big ones, not a lot of it's reality changing, but a lot of it seems like it would be pretty valuable to someone who knew what they were doing. And as you look at this shelf in particular, you see an oddly large looking bell jar. It looks like kind of an oversized beaker, like a large glass ball, a Coors party ball, if you would.
Fuzzball.
Yeah, as it's kind of about the size of a soccer ball, even a bit bigger. You see a bell jar filled with some kind of metal liquid. Though, if it were really liquid metal, it would be needed to be constantly heated up. This jar just looks like it's sat out in the open. None of you would have a particular affinity to know what this stuff is right off rip. So, Eldon, you might be able to take a guess. It's a long
I
shot.
wanted to make a check for. I was gonna say, can I check on it?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me Arcana just to try and figure out what the substance in the bottle is.
19.
Huh. On a 19, oh,
I
it
bet.
kind of looks like the vial you grabbed earlier. Though this one appears to be far more fluid. You see, instead of just turning it fast and slow to dictate whether it is liquid or solid, you see this one just kind of not only gravitates toward the warmth of your palm as you place it on the jar, but kind of moves independently as you look at this weird silvery gray goo. It's definitely metal, but I mean, it follows your hand on the bottle.
I am gonna grab it and bring it to the others.
You heft this in your arms, Eldon, kind of settling it in. Eldon, what's your passive perception?
Passive 14.
Okay.
Also, I'm back.
Um,
I don't know if you need me to roll things now.
Yeah, it's okay. I will give you a long spiel in just a sec.
Sick.
Eldon, as you are walking through here, every single floorboard creaks, which only adds anxiety as you look at the towering shelf, hoping that one rogue step won't just make it tip over. And as you're looking up at that, you hear something. A heavy sort of clunk. A metallic footstep, expecting to hear someone in armor. Though Ezekiel, even when he steps in armor, doesn't sound quite as heavy as this person does. And as you spin around, you see, made of some sort of metal, though far more ethereal looking than the metal men you saw before. And, well, it would be weird to call it human, because it's not. It's close. You're looking at it, and maybe if you were a 30-foot distance away, you could tell it might be a person. But from here, you can just see it. The freaky misalignment of some features, but not in an imperfect way, in an oddly perfect way. You see a man who just looks far too much like a man, and the uncanny valley sense you get shoots through you. You don't know why, Eldon. You know this is an enemy. As it simply smiles big like any other suburban neighbor, puts a hand up, waves at you. Well, howdy there. Can I help you at all?
Oh.
It's continuing to walk towards you.
Hello?
Oh, well, hi there. Can I help y'all? Continuing at its pace.
What are you doing here?
About 20 feet off. Well,
I'm
hi
backing
there,
up.
y'all. Can I help y'all?
Oh god.
How do we get out of here?
Well, you don't leave. No one does.
Well,
Please, why don't you stay a while?
well,
Be
what
my
would...
guest.
We're kind of on a time crunch.
Oh. I don't think you get my meaning. I'm trying to be nice about it, but guess if I won't have to be. Boys, you see coming down the hallways other metal men who look just a little bit too much like men to be real. Everyone roll me initiative.
Fresh cut grass? What are you doing here? Anyway, 16.
12.
16 as well.
18.
Harry, literally the second you started doing the voice, I texted Mika FCG. She was very confused.
Hey,
Does she not know who FCG is?
No, I know who he is.
She does. She just didn't realize what she didn't realize at first. And then I just said 3, and she's like, you know, yeah.
Athena, what was yours?
8.
Right.
Amara, yours was
No area of
18.
effect spells.
okay.
Mika.
Dilro, yours
Yeah,
was
yeah. Fireball.
Oh my god.
No!
I'm gonna set off an insane chain reaction.
Could you imagine though?
By
Like,
the
can
way,
we
while
save the
this
game
on,
really
can I
quick and let
put
me do
the
it?
silver big jar in the bag?
sure.
Big silver jar. I missed this. What?
I got a big glass jar that's filled with a silvery liquid that follows your hand when it's on it.
You have
So
no
I
idea
took
what it does.
Nope. I also found a dark green, like almost pitch black, like dark green, almost black oobleck, like one that I took also.
This is why I get to look at the magic items
I haven't
first.
opened it. They're in the bag of holding. Harry said if I ever open it or he'll tell me what it does.
Again, this is why I look at the magic random things first. Oh no. And you just
As
put them in the
Ezekiel,
bag.
you were about to learn a ton of stuff about transmutation and all that other shit, but I won't bore you with it as you get locked in combat.
Oh god.
Look, I'll just throw it
Um,
at somebody later.
Good idea.
We're gonna start at the very top of initiative with Amara. Go ahead.
Chromatic orb.
Hell yes.
Lightning.
Your thing. Go ahead and roll for it.
I feel like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna do it.
What if I did just like thunder wave, like a whole wall?
19.
That's a lot of chain
19?
reaction.
Okay. You hit on a 19. Go ahead, and roll damage.
Ooh. Only 10.
Okay. What element were you choosing for that?
I did lightning.
Okay. As these guys definitely conduct electricity pretty damn well. Looks like it hurts like a mother. Okay. Okay, could you roll me a d20 real quick?
Oh, God,
Omar?
okay. 6.
6? Okay. That is now going to jump to be one of these guys' turn. They... don't want to knock anything over, and they are big and heavy. That will just go for the guy closest to him, which is Eldon and Ezekiel. I do not hit Eldon. And I don't think I hit Ezekiel either. Let's see.
19.
Damn it, 17. The other two are going to stand there and ready out grapple actions as you see coming from some of the hallways in transmutation, though not actually coming from any other sections. You see that these metal men now ready up just in case you are going to split off in other directions besides just back. And that's all they're gonna do on their turns. That'll move to Spicy. You have the higher dex.
Okay. Let me pull out some dice here. I'm just gonna gun. We'll keep it.
Okay.
You stick to the classic.
I love my gun. I know it doesn't like it's not like the most efficient thing, like by a substantial margin for what I have, but it's gun. So I don't care.
Harry secretly trying to figure out a way how to make gun more effective just to fit your character.
I'm really trying. I'm like, what can I give him that makes Eldritch Blast better?
Nat 20 and a 11.
Oh yeah.
That's
The
Eldritch
nat 20
Depth.
hits, the 11 doesn't.
Okay, gotcha.
At higher levels, silencer may be applied.
It's just okay. So it doubles up nat 20, so that'd be over 10 times. But yep.
20? What?
20. Yep, that's 20. Yeah.
Okay. All right. As you go out for this guy, 2 shots from the magical Blicky. It looks like it chunks into him. And the force damage definitely does something. And as you chunk through, though, it kind of begins to reform this weird metal soldier. Its shoulder just kind of sewing itself almost back together. Doesn't look like you did nothing to it. And it definitely looks like whatever you did stuck, but whatever these things are, they can keep their form pretty solid. Anything else on your transparency?
I'll hide.
Hell yeah. You got stacks and stacks and stacks of bookcases dude in, so go ahead and just roll me stealth.
13.
13, okay. You get away from most of these guys. The original who called out to y'all first spots you. But other than him, everyone else seems to kind of let you go unnoticed. That's gonna move on to Ezekiel.
The one on me and Eldon, I am going to hit him with a little 1-2, but I'm gonna green flame blade when I do. Actually, wait, no. Yeah, because green flame blade is the add-on to it, so yeah. I'm gonna green flame blade and hit him with the Thunder Gauntlet.
Okay.
19, 24, and 21.
All those hit.
Sick.
Are you going for the main guy, you said?
Whoever just tried to hit me and Eldon. I don't remember if that was specifically the main guy or if that was a different one. Okay.
Main guy and one of his lackeys.
Gotcha. I'll go for the main guy then, specifically.
Sure.
So yeah. So the second guy is going to take a D8 every hit. Oh wait, no, equal to my spellcasting ability modifier, so it's 5. He's taking 5 per. Yeah, so he's that guy's
okay.
Second guy's taking 15. The first guy, though, from just my hit, is going to take. Oh, that's a D10. There we go. There's a D8. 35.
Okay, 35 on him. For that, could you separate out the fire damage for me?
It's literally just 15 fire damage for the second guy, 35 thunder damage to the first guy. Yeah. Green flame blade is just basically me hitting another creature.
Oh, right. I forgot. I thought it affected the first guy too.
Yeah, no, it just leaps to a second target.
Alright then. Main guy looks pretty hurt by that, though he's still definitely up. Any other movement on your turn, Ezekiel?
No.
Fair enough. Ooh, pardon me. That's going to move on to Eldon with the 12.
Alright. I am going to not do that. I don't have a lot of single target spells. I'm going to Ray of Frost the guy by me and Ezekiel.
Okay.
It's an 18 hit.
An 18 does in fact hit. Who are you going for?
The one that was by me and Ezekiel.
Gotcha.
It's gonna take 9 points of frost damage or cold damage, whichever. Cold damage. That's cool.
Okay. You hit this guy with frost. You see, oddly enough, his form begin to stiffen slightly as his fluidity that kind of makes him look more human drops for a moment, and you can see the real robotic movements of this creature before it unfreezes finally and kind of loosens up more again.
Okay. Interesting.
What do you bonus action anything?
I don't think so right now.
Okay. And then are you moving back away from anyone?
Yes, I want to back away from it
Okay.
and go.
You can go up. Fair enough. He will get a swipe on you as you begin to fly away. Okay, hits you. Take 10 points slashing damage as he just gets one on the road.
He has to roll for that, right?
Yeah, I rolled a 26.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say cutting words, but never mind.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have done anything.
I'll usually tell you if it's pretty close to your AC.
Okay.
Okay. Then, Sora, what's your dex again?
A 16, so plus 3.
Okay, you go first. Go ahead.
Okay. Can I use my crossbow and
Sure.
use Divine Strike?
Yeah.
Okay, sick. Oh, 19 to hit.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
18 damage.
18. As you fire out, there looks like one very injured one who is nearer Eldon and Ezekiel, and the guy nearest to you looks pretty fine. Yeah, and everyone else is pretty much on the level.
Injured one.
All right. You fire out that bolt. What does it look like when your divine strike is applied to a crossbow bolt instead of the classic bright magic we see?
That's a great question. Very good question. I don't know.
Well, I'll give you a minute to stew on it. For now, that hit. You see it pierces through this metal man. As he kind of holds his side for a moment where the arrow went through, you see he looks down and then looks back up at you, Silro. That should have for sure been a kill shot. And as you see, he turns around, but does not turn his body, only his head spins. The classic 180 as he turns, looks at the arrow, looks back at you, looks annoyed before looks to come in and stab you. And that's going to be these guys goes. One is going after Silra, the other's going to go after Amara. I definitely hit Amara. Silro, does a 16 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. Mara, you take 4 points of fire damage, and where's my other dice? There it is. 1 point of slashing.
Let's go.
Silro, you take 3 points fire damage and 2 points slashing. As some of these smaller fries begin striking out at you with these odd metal appendages, you see instead of pulling out regular weaponry, their arms begin to twist and form, their fingers kind of clasping together, and slowly but surely a blade is formed. It looks like these guys are almost semi-liquid, semi-solid. And as they look at you, Amara and Silro, they slash up with their newly formed blades. That's going to be Athena for the 8.
I want to try a Starry Wisp.
Sure. I don't recall Starry Wisp, actually. It's been a while since I've heard that spell.
You launch a mote of light at one creature object within range. Make a range attack
okay.
spell against the target.
Okay, who are you going for?
The less hurt one. Is it by
think.
Silro?
Yeah, still by Silro currently.
Okay, I'll go for that one.
Alright.
Does a 19?
Yes. Yeah. I think I'm difficult.
5 plus 7 is 12 plus and 14 total damage.
Alright.
And then I'm
You
turning.
deal another 14 to him. Sorry, that's okay. Doing my math out loud. Keep going.
Trying to pick like a more slender. Actually, no, the snake would probably still be good.
Okay, but before you transform into anything else, could you roll me a d20?
Five.
5? Cool. Keep going.
Yeah, I think I'll choose the snake again.
Okay. You go ahead and choose the snake. Fairly large, but quite nimble. Yeah, I'll say because there is no, like, insane stomping or anything going on, the snake would technically be fine.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Alright. Any movement on your turn, Athena?
I can do something. No, not right now.
Okay. It's going to move on to very final metal guy. Hmm. I mean, oh, okay. Come on, real quick, let me read something. Okay. One of these metal men grabs a jar that they do not know what the spell is and throws it at who has been annoying and doing a lot of damage.
I already know the answer. Just hit me with the jar.
You hit 3 in a row, which is good. Some other people have been putting out pretty good damage. I'm trying to think if there were any higher to simply spare you, Michael.
I did like 30 something damage. The answer is always
Yeah,
me.
you did.
Actually, no, I did
Yeah,
like
you
50
did.
because I also hurt the other guy.
Yeah, it's going at you, which really sucks because I just rolled it. And hey, for the next minute, all of your spells that have a casting time of 1 action have a casting time of 1 bonus action.
You're giving this to me?
That's awesome.
I didn't want to give it to you in particular. I was just picking someone to throw the jar at. I don't even know what the jar does, but that's what it did. as you all quickly realize, you are surrounded by spells. You have no idea what they do, but I mean, they're pretty throwable and they're in glass jars.
Oh.
This is gonna go poorly quickly.
And you said for a minute?
For a minute, 10 rounds of combat.
That is an extraordinarily long amount of time to give me this much power, Harry. I'm gonna be so real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fine. Okay, that is the final guy's turn. We're gonna hop back up to the top with Amara.
Chromatic orb again.
Okay, go ahead and roll the attack roll.
Nat 20.
Hell yeah, who's this hitting?
One of the ones that look more dead.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I will pick one who looks slightly more dead. All right. Roll me another d20, by the way.
Oh, okay. 13.
Roll damage.
18.
18. Very nice. Hell yeah. You blast through another one of these guys. He does not make his save. You send lightning out towards this guy. As it impacts, you see it begins to cling and stay. As it does, he begins to shake uncontrollably, beginning to turn into a puddle as slowly but surely the electricity generates heat as he just melts after a while. Ugh. Anything else for you, Jeremiah?
No.
Okay. That's going to be begin. No. Okay. Eldon, he definitely hits you. Ezekiel, he does not. Eldon, you take 12 points of fire damage and 6 points of piercing damage as this guy spits towards you. Again with this hot metal loogie that is burning orange that
18
begins
total?
to bore into your skin. 18 total.
What was the roll for to hit? Sorry.
Roll to hit you, nat 20.
Okay, yeah, no. Alright, 18 damage. I am hurt.
Harry, quick, mild question.
What's up?
Would Eldritch Blast now be a bonus action?
No, because it says spells, so
Gotcha.
I'm not counting cantrips quite.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I'm like, oh wow, it's so much damage I can do if that counts.
Yeah, which feels a little more broken, especially with things you can cast out consistently, so spells. Audio went for a second there. There we go.
Also, wait, did that guy just try to attack Josiah, the main guy? Was that the main guy's turn?
Yeah.
Was that with disadvantage, Harry? I did Thunder Gauntlet the man.
You did Thunder Gauntlet the man, and that might just save Josiah's ass. Let me roll his second roll and see if he hits him. Eldon, does a 17 hit you?
Cutting words.
Okay, roll it.
I got a 5. He no longer hits me.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
As he spits out for you, Eldon, only barely grazing off your shoulder, you are able to brush off this hot metal before it can burn through your clothes. As you kind of just dust it for a moment. Nice fucking work, Ezekiel. That is going to turn on over to well, actually, I'll roll that first, and then we'll see. Okay. No, that's still gonna turn over to spicy.
Okay. Should have thought about what I was gonna do.
By the way, I imagine Spicy just like couldn't find that great of a place and just kind of went flat and rolled into one of the shelves and is now just kind of laying there looking at the metal men.
Yeah, probably.
Love it.
You know, I'll say I'm on top of the shelf. I'm trying to camouflage as a vial, or not vial, one of the jars. There you go. That's the word.
You have like knees to chest, chin on knees, just going like,
Yeah, exactly. All right. I'm not very hidden, am I?
not from the main guy, and after this long, he would have pointed you out to the others.
Okay. I'm just gonna jump on them and have my short swords.
Sure. Just real quick, give me something you should be very good at, acrobatics.
I know my acrobatics mod is. There we go. 16.
Okay. As you kind of launch yourself off the top, you quickly realize how unsteady these bookshelves are. In fact, from the top, you could probably just like kick one of these things over with pretty little effort. As you launch off and shake the entire thing, it doesn't fall, but it gets a little close. Go ahead, keep going.
Okay. So it's gonna be a. What is that? I can't see. Where's the dot on that? That's a 9, so 9 plus 7. Yep. Oh, plus 8. My bad. So it's gonna be a 17 to hit.
Does not quite do it on these guys. Were you using gun or were you using knife?
Knife.
Gotcha. As you kind of land in front of one of them, swing out, though you can't get good connection on any of the more liquidy, squishy pieces, and just end up clanking against real metal.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus action.
Just dodge.
Yeah. You give him disadvantage on trying to hit you. That'll go to Ezekiel.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a funny I can do now. Actually, I had 2 funnies I can do. I was really on the fence, I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to pull out of my pocket a red mushroom. I'm going to eat it.
Okay.
I'm going to Mario mushroom myself and enlarge myself.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
7.
Cool. Keep going.
Alright. I'm now large, like 9 feet tall, large. And then I'm going to punch the shit out of the main dude's everything. Thunder gauntlets, specifically.
Alright.
17 and a 27.
27 hits, 17 does not.
Okay. He is going to take 18 points of thunder damage and 2 fire damage.
Okay. Looking very intensely fucked up.
He's got a disadvantage if he hits not me.
Gotcha. Okay. You lay into him some good damage that might have killed him in a different scenario, but you see that liquid is slowly reforming some of his shape. This guy is not going down easy.
Harry, out of curiosity, now that I'm like 8, 9 feet tall, would my object interaction pull down a bookshelf?
No, though
Okay.
you could make a pretty simple athletics check that wouldn't be that hard to pull down a bookshelf.
Guys, I want to pull down a bookshelf on this guy. That'd be so real. What if we just
Hey, you can.
what if we
This
just
is a
dump the
really
bookshelves
stealth.
and leave? We game?
Might get in trouble
Yeah.
from something.
Who would get us in trouble? Puck?
You know, this could cause a chain reaction to knock down the rest of the shelves.
Hmm.
Ezekiel, if you take like, I'll say 2 turns to do it, you could probably do it carefully enough to just tip one shelf, maybe.
Okay, but what if I don't want to tip one shelf?
Do you want to tip the whole damn room worth of shelves? You'd need a pretty damn good athletics check to send that much force through all the bookshelves.
Well, I have advantage right now.
I was
And I have a
also
+6.
not worried about the bookshelves hitting each other. It was more the spells knocking down more bookshelves.
Yeah.
I'll pish posh. I'll pish posh.
No.
Mika, hear me out. There could be a lot of fire.
Ezekiel, would you like to hold an action to throw the bookcase as hard as you can against another bookcase?
Yes.
Okay. I'm assuming you inform the group that you're doing this and you don't just do it.
I'm like, guys, listen, there could be a lot of fire here. You in, Amar? Big explosion?
Yeah, okay.
I love how much effort it takes to negotiate. Alright, let's do this. Give me a little bit.
Okay, that's going to move past Ezekiel and on to... That's really throwing me off. No, I'm kind of scared. It's going to be Eldon.
Well, if we're going stupid, we're going stupid. I'm taking out the green jar.
What are you going to do?
And I'm chucking it at the one that attacked me last time.
You mean the one that I'm like a foot from?
Yep.
The
It was your idea.
The main bad guy?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You brought this on yourself. You're gonna do it. You're
Can
gonna
I-
throw a bookshelf full of these things.
Can I pivot the bookshelf I'm reaching for, Harry, and be the one that is going to, air quotes around, accidentally fall on Eldon?
Nope.
Okay. I really hope it's just a nuke. I hope this TPKs us. Or we just freeze time and they get to kill us in frozen time. Harry, don't laugh.
I don't
laugh
like that laugh.
Harry,
I'm sorry, I just rolled the most fun thing a DM could roll, that's all.
what category of
Um,
things were we in for this?
We were in
Transmutation.
transmutation.
God damn it, I'm gonna be a fucking frog or some shit. I swear to God, if you turn me into Kevin right
I
now.
didn't hit you with it.
Have you heard of Splash?
You don't. And as you throw this little green vial full of this kind of ichor substance, or ichor substance, you chuck it at this guy. You see the vial crashes against his chest, and the liquid begins to burn and burrow in to this metal form. Oh, that wasn't very nice now, was it? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. What's that doing? I don't like it. Ah, fuck. As he begins to strain and buckle as he is holding his chest, feeling the burning sensation. You have no idea what the fuck this spell does, but it does something. Would you like to do anything else on your turn?
Yeah, but no, I'm joking.
Throws another at me.
No, I'm going to. Seeing Ezekiel preparing to throw a bookshelf, I'm going to move a full 50 feet away from him.
Fair. As you zoom off on the broom. Are you going to try and take anyone with you? It will, like, half your movement-ish, but it'll get 2 people further away.
I will grab. Who wants to get away quickly?
Me.
Alright,
Me.
I'm
Okay.
grabbing. Aren't you a giant snake?
Oh yeah. I'm
So
good.
you climb on the
Alright,
back
I'm
of the
grabbing
broom as quick
Soro.
as you can. You zip off, or at least begin to. All right. Well, Silro, speaking of, it's your turn.
Great. Okay. Well. How far am I away from them now?
From the other guys, you're only about 25, 30 feet. From the main guy, since you are rushing like past Ezekiel to get out, about 10, 15 feet.
Okay.
In fact, you can hear him currently going, "Just goblin piss?" As he is beginning to sniff the substance on his chest.
Okay. Interesting.
How's that a spell?
I'll just like firebolt one of the other guys.
Sure.
One.
You can fire out a firebolt at one of the other goobers.
$23 to hit.
Hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
15.
15. All right. As the fire impacts, not doing quite as much damage as you want. They're definitely chipping some away. This goober is looking pretty damn hurt. Anything else on your turn, Sora?
No.
Alright. Move over to these metal guys. Who can see the giant who is about to tip over the bookcase and are gonna go stab him in the ankles. I hit you once, Ezekiel. For 3 points of fire damage and 1 point of slashing.
So 3.
Yeah. As these guards are going to try in vain to bring low Ezekiel, Athena, that's going to be you as a giant snake.
I'm just gonna try to attack him.
Hell yeah. Who you going for?
Who's ever looking more hurt?
Technically, the boss man, the original, is looking the most hurt. Though there are some goobers catching up.
Well, they look more intimidating to me than Boss Man. So I'll go for one of them.
Alright, go ahead. Roll for it.
$16?
16 does not hit.
Okay. Yo, nat 20, let's go.
Oh, yeah.
16 to bludgeoning damage.
As you go after the same goober, I'll say Silro hit. Oddly enough, as you begin to constrict and bite down on the top of his head, constricting around of his body, usually a person in the state would turn to Gogurt, but this metal man, let's see. I dropped dice. Begins to slowly but surely melt through the coils of the snake into a simple puddle on the floor.
Whoa.
Anything else on your turn, Athena? Any movement?
I'm just gonna. I don't know. I'm good.
Okay. That's going to move over to our last goober. Oh, never mind. He just died, so that's gonna be Amar.
So, chromatic orb.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
26.
Definitely hits. Go ahead, roll damage.
Sick. $13.
Okay, and roll a d20, would you?
Oh god, okay. 8.
Okay. You blast one of these guys, looking incredibly fucked up. Any movement on your turn, Amara? I'm assuming away from the crashing bookcase that's about to come down.
Yes.
Fair. As I'm assuming you take flight just to get even further and
Yes.
begin to flap your wings up, and away, kind of following after Eldon. Cool. That'll move on over to Bossman. Bossman, who has had something happen to him, looks at you, Ezekiel, who's about to drop a bookshelf of spells on him. Yeah, he's going to take both his attacks at you. Hit you once. 1 point of fire damage. And, hey! 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
As each of these guys begin to kind of lay into you. Huh. No, I'm not gonna do anything else. This is your duty. That's gonna go over to Spicy.
Okay. I'd have told that this time.
Alright. Chaotic. Yes, sorry, it took me a minute to answer.
It hits her.
Yes, right? That is... Okay, yes, I'm not wrong on the Goober's AC. Yes, it does.
Okay, lovely. Okay, that's gonna be 3, 6, 10 plus. Plus 11, 30.
Damn! Were you aiming for Bossman or one of the Goobers?
The big
I'm
boy.
assuming it's the... okay. Heal. Then... As Spicy, as you slash out with what should be kill shots, this guy does not seem to go down. As you toss out 30 damage, which, if anyone's guessing what I'm rolling, I am rolling the con saves that zombies roll. And somehow makes it. He is still holding together. I'm assuming your movement, Spicy, is running away from the falling bookshelf?
Yeah.
Fair. As, you can take a bonus action dash, too, if you want, and just get... There is no chance you'll be hit with any of this if you take a bonus action dash.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Okay. So you get the hell out of dodge. Ezekiel, the only person near you currently is Athena, and Athena is in wild shape.
I vocalized my plan. Staying near me was a personal choice. I'm shoving the bookshelves over.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Give me athletics.
Advantage and a +6. Go Burr.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do something for a while over here, y'all. Chill out for a second, I guess. So, Ezekiel, as this bookshelf falls, first of all, just give me a dex save. With disadvantage because you are 10 feet tall and therefore it is far harder to dodge this.
The answer is no.
No?
No. I roll a 2.
Cool. That means I'm going to need to roll 3 more.
Sick. Yeah, I actually rolled an 18 and a 2, but you know, disadvantage and all. Doesn't the snake also need one?
Oh, it's getting them.
Oh boy. Plot twist, this is actually how I become God. This right concoction of fucked up spells just ascends me for about 5 minutes and then I die.
And then these are Athena's. Okay. I'm going to read out what happens to Athena first. Just make sure. AJ, are you here? Just to make sure. Okay.
Yeah,
Then.
sorry.
Okay. I'm going to
Forgot
go
I
ahead
was
and read out the effects that happen to you first. Okay, let's see. Start low. First off, you regain 2d10 hit points.
I didn't lose any.
Oh, well then, you simply got those. Doesn't matter. Let's see. Cool. Athena, I'll describe that one last. Um,
Am I able to move at all?
okay. So first of all, I'm just gonna read this effect out loud for what it is. Charisma radiates from you. For the next minute, you may use your action to strike a pose. A creature of your choice that can see you gains a d8 inspiration dice that they may add to an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. This die lasts until the end of the minute and does not stack if one already has bardic inspiration.
My God.
So finally, and what I think is the best one, a unicorn controlled by the GM appears in a space within 5 feet of you, then disappears 1 minute later, which means you are kind of awake long enough to see a unicorn be crushed to death by a bookcase as it
No.
also falls on you, which I will roll that bludgeoning damage in a second. As for you, Ezekiel, first, Ezekiel, for the next minute, any flammable object that you touch that isn't being worn or carried by another creature bursts into flame.
Sick.
And giggling laughter can be heard from the fire.
Oh.
Let's see
Is it the
here.
monkey or Willie?
You get another round of bonus action spells.
Oh. Okay. So does it stack? Is it 2 minutes now?
No, we'll just say your 1 minute resets.
Okay, sick.
You gain max damage on the next damaging spell you cast within the next minute.
Oh, that's terrifying. Okay.
Let's see here, slowly moving through. You turn into a potted plant until the start of your next turn. While
Okay.
a plant, you are incapacitated and have vulnerability to all damage. If you drop to 0 hit points, your pot breaks and you revert. Let's see here. After that one, there was... I got a long list of these for you. You were right there. You regain a lowest level expended spell slot. So, first.
Sick.
Let's see here. Illusory butterflies and petals float up in the air within 10 feet of you.
Maybe a plant that makes sense.
Let's see.
I think it'd be really funny if we make a fireball next. Cut off more of these.
Huh. Well,
I feel
that
like this doesn't work because I'm a plant. Whatever you're gonna say next.
you learn a random first level spell.
What?
You get to learn a random first level spell of your choice.
I get to pick?
Pick.
Like I just gained this? Is it?
You gain it.
What the fuck?
Alright.
And there's no requirement on class or anything. I just get a first level
No.
spell. Oh,
You just get a first level spell.
TBD what that's gonna be. Give me a little bit. But what the fuck?
Let me see here. Okay. So technically, in order of events of which I rolled this one's gonna happen last. You cast polymorph on yourself. If you fail, you turn into a sheep.
So
And I think, yeah, that's the last one I got for you.
so wait. Am I a sheep or am I a plant?
So the great thing is you push over the bookshelf, don't have time to back away, and so immediately turn into a potted plant where you're standing. You are then crushed by the bookshelf, which then your pot breaks and you revert back to your regular form, which you are Ezekiel for a second underneath a bookshelf before you turn into a sheep, maybe. And let's just roll a save for polymorph.
I'm a sheep.
Ah, great.
I rolled a 3.
Well, first, let me go ahead. Athena, you're the only person who's going to be affected by the bludgeoning damage, and so is the big boss. But I will roll that now. $48 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Ezekiel,
48?
luckily you take none of this. Yeah, 48. Because you are a potted plant at the time.
Shit, bro.
And as everyone else gets away from the effects of the spells, you don't know what's happened. Your two friends are underneath a bookshelf, and you don't see any other metal guards.
Huh.
I'm still alive.
Do I see any potted
As a
plants?
snake.
What was that?
Do I see any potted plants?
Oddly enough, there is a small bit of soil underneath you, which you can feel in your wool. But as you try and turn your head to look around Ezekiel, you bump your face on the ground, wondering why it's so long. Before you try and speak, bah. For everyone else, your friends are underneath the bookshelf.
Wow.
Sick.
Likely they're dead, but I mean,
Guys, are you alive?
His.
Where'd that sheep come from?
What the hell?
This is why I advised against it.
Yeah.
We're still in combat, aren't we? Or yeah.
His.
Sorry.
That's a great question to ask, Josiah. As bursting forth from the back of the bookshelf, you see the big boss who just looks down at himself. Okay, even I admit I should be dead. What was in that vial you threw at me?
I don't know. I just found it.
What? You don't know.
Not. I just thought it looked neat.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
A lot.
Just throwing around magic you don't know nothing about. The hell? As Big Boss looks around at the bookshelf, looks back at everyone else, Wait, 1 second. Walks off, grabs a spell that is 100% fireball, slams it into his own forehead. The fireball goes off, and you see a completely fine Big Boss.
Great, you made him invincible.
That was a potion of invulnerability.
Why did
Good job, man.
As a sheep is going to walk up and headbutt Eldon in the dick.
I'm flying.
Oh.
Not
Give
near
me
you.
athletics to try and escape from underneath a very big bookshelf.
I'm also flying 25 feet away.
13, but I'm assuming a sheep subtracts like 11.
Yeah. Eldon, there's no other way to say it. You see a sheep moving around underneath the book, and you can't help but be confused. Right, so I think... I'm sorry, I've been thrown through a loop. I'm supposed to hate and kill you. And at this current moment, I believe one of you is a sheep, while one of you is still a snake. Though now both of you are underneath a bookshelf.
Can I try to get out?
Yeah, give me athletics with a giant snake.
Is that Dex? Sorry.
Strength.
Strength. Oh, that's better. 18.
On an 18, if you wish, you can come out and spit out a giant sheep at the end as you slither out from underneath the bookshelf, just kind of spit up a sheep. Ezekiel, you are soaked thoroughly. You all see a very wet, saliva-covered sheep just begin walking towards you all with an air of familiarity, like it knows you.
Oh, is that sheep Ezekiel? I mean, the snake is, Dina, but I'm gonna
Well, I've seen that once before. We typically don't warn y'all. Seeing as I am now invincible, I feel as though my outlook on life has also utterly changed. I was immortal before, but now that I am invincible, have I become some sort of higher being? If I am some sort of higher being, does that make you all lesser beings? I don't know. I'll figure that out. But for now, your friend turned into a sheep is a wild magic.
Oh, because of wild magic.
Yeah, since y'all been casted in here, it's been building up. I don't want to be the one to tell y'all this. It won't stop building up till it releases.
Huh?
Okay, Mike.
Oh, I get it. I made a joke. Thank you. No, that was good.
You hear a sheep say pause.
So if I shot the sheep, would he turn back to normal, or is this like a permanent polymorph?
Yes, though I have a feeling that, I don't want to be judgy. He did throw a bookshelf at one of your friends that you might prefer him as a sheep for a while.
Well, he did give a warning.
The sheep's considering his options.
Oh, that is fair. The sheep somehow thinks, how could I die in a room full of unstable spells? Well, as Big Boss just kind of looks at y'all. Well, now I just feel weird. Okay, now I'm certain because I've never felt concern or anxiety before in my life, and I believe that is what this is. Are you certain that you don't know what was in that bottle?
Yes.
I believe you have made me a sentient man, and I do not like it.
That sucks. I'm not to tell you, bud. I shoot the sheep.
That sucks. I don't know what to tell you, bud. You blow the head off of a sheep. Ezekiel, you awaken in a puddle of sheep's brains as you kind of Feel your body now filled with all different kinds of magic. You feel bloated and weird.
See why it was a bad idea.
Listen, I knew it was a bad idea, but oh my god, my everything hurts. I also now have the knowledge to be more of a dick than ever before. Harry, I took silvery barbs.
By the way, fantastic. I would also like to let you say any of your 1 minute things wore off while you were a sheep.
Depressing. But I also now know silvery barbs, so
Yeah. That's right, you didn't take it at first. It's a very nice spell.
I thought about it, but then I'm like, but once I have it, then you start using it.
Yeah, fair.
Then do I want you to be like, reroll that for me? No.
Consistently just giving everyone silvery barbs, no matter what creature they are.
There's a threshold where it happens.
His big boss just kind of looks at all of you now, just very morally conflicted. Oh my gosh, is this how you feel all the time? Because I feel like I should morally, like from a righteous standpoint, kill you because you killed my co-workers / friends. I don't really know what we were since we didn't really talk to each
Well,
other.
hold
when
on,
we
hold
were
on.
in idle.
You kind of jumped us.
Well, it's our job to protect the room you broke into. Why are you in the Tesseract?
Not by choice. Yeah, we're trying to leave, actually. If you can help us out of here, we'll leave.
Oh, well, if y'all were put in the Tesseract, it's probably by someone important who, like,
No.
it's probably like a sentencing from jail. Like,
No,
It was an
really?
accident.
No,
No,
it was
yeah.
kind of like at the center of a maze, and then we were forced in here by Puck.
I'm sorry. Has the Tesseract, the Infinity Box, been reduced to the prize at the end of a fucking maze?
Yes.
It seems that way.
That is, yep, 100%.
I take great fucking offense to that. I don't. Oh. Are y'all all part of this committee?
No, we're trying to leave. I thought that was clear. We're not here by choice.
If we get out, though, we can have a strongly worded chat with them.
Then just kill him and take the box back to where it was.
Also,
You
sidebar.
don't need to have a word with anyone.
Wait, guys, if he's indestructible and immortal, what if he just kills Puck? What's Puck gonna do?
He immortal him?
Yeah.
But he's also indestructible. We hurt Puck. Puck gets hurt. This man doesn't so far. Hey, do you mind if I test something on you
Spell
just to
magic?
see what's gonna happen?
What?
I want to shoot you to see if you're indestructible.
Why would you tell me if you were going to shoot me? Now
Well, no,
I
no, no, no.
really don't.
Well, no, but you're indestructible, right? That's what I saw as a sheep.
I open my mouth as if I'm gonna bite him.
I know. See, we did that already. I know what you do to metal men, so no, that's fine. He looks between his choices of being eaten by a giant snake or being shot once by Ezekiel and takes Ezekiel.
I got acid too.
The bite.
Huh?
I'm gonna shoot him now as he says, "Huh."
As he quickly realizes he is in a group full of psychopaths and realizes he cannot die and becomes very fearful, he is then shot in the stomach. It does nothing.
Yeah, see, you're fine.
Oh.
Alright, take his limbs, practice dummy.
Wait,
No.
Wait, no. Hold on.
I'm
Hear me out.
joking.
Would you like to fight the guy who put us in here?
I mean, I don't really have a squabble with him. Are they the same people who put the box in the maze?
Yes.
Yeah, actually,
well, then
same
never mind. I
organization.
do have a squabble with him. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Do you have a name?
I have a number which feels now demoralizing.
Let's give you a name.
Oh, do I really want one from you?
She's actually.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
She's mostly the stable one.
Well, hang on. Let me figure out your name and what's your name?
Huh?
What's your name? Let me figure out your naming convention. What
is your name?
Well, I didn't name myself.
I deem you Todd.
No.
Todd?
No, he's not a Todd.
He's kind of a Todd, though. Well,
he's not a Todd.
I can see it being like
Are you really gonna go with Todd?
I can see like
Yes.
Frederick.
I'm asking him, not you.
I have never had a human name, and therefore do not know which ones sound dumb and which ones sound cool.
Todd
Is
sounds
cool?
dumb.
Oh, well then I would prefer not. What name sounds cool?
Frederick.
It's kind of basic. There's like a million.
He's gonna
Fredericks.
accept Amara's answer, and be wary, Mika. I'm giving you the chance to fully name a character.
Oh,
right
God.
now.
Okay,
That-
hold on.
Has to reoccur again because he cannot die now.
Neil.
Mika, you
Yes.
have such a good opportunity to just name him the thing.
What do you mean?
Don't
thing I
name
That
DM'd
thing?
you.
I'm not naming him that thing.
But it's so funny if you do.
What if I name him Anita
Jonathan Baby.
Oh.
What?
Low Job?
No.
What?
Anita blowjob.
Anita B Low Job. Anita B period. That's the middle.
If I knew the joke of build up and release, I think I would know what a blowjob is, ma'am.
It's
You really
Low
tried to name the
Job.
You really tried to name the robot Anita blowjob.
Anita. Anita.
Anita, which let me just make sure. I'm a male robot, I guess. That is a male name?
Okay, fine.
What about Fiero?
How about Sing
No.
What?
What was that?
Sing? Sing.
No.
I-
actually floored me.
This is an actual name, by the way. There's
I-
a guy at my work who has an account, and his name was Sing Sing. Now,
I don't think I've
it's
ever wanted
spelled
Puck to be in a
differently.
room before. This
Hang
actually
on.
might be a first.
Hang on. And so it's SING for the first name, and then the last name is SINGH.
Okay, so we're not going to do that
Victor.
as a group of very white people.
Victor. Oh yeah.
Victor.
Victor.
Victor. No, I could do Victor. Victor
Let's
sounds nice.
go.
Victor Nation?
Victor with a K.
Victor, what? Did you say nation? What was that?
Is it
Victor.
Vector or Victor?
Victor.
With
Victor.
the K.
Victor.
Viktor.
The K is important.
The K is
Victor Nation.
extremely
Yeah, okay. I'm
important.
gonna write that in my notes as a new character.
How are you feeling?
Victor.
Guys, I created a new character.
You
I
did?
was like, oh, what would be funny? And then the funny thing happened when I rolled the dice.
Oh my god,
no.
Mika. When HR comes around and Victor's here, I can be like, hello, Victor. How are you
Yes.
Mika is now
Yes.
extremely emotionally attached to Victor surviving, I think.
I love Victor.
We know.
Right. Well,
So,
shit. I suppose y'all want help getting out this ball, or
yeah,
what?
that'd be much appreciated if
Mhm.
you'd like to come with us.
Sick.
Ah, shit. All right. Who's got the big ball full of liquid metal?
Oh, you mean this? I pull it out of my bag.
Oh yeah, that one. I'm certain I saw you swap that one. Give it here.
Okay.
All right. See as he just kind of takes it. Thank you. Right. It was supposed to be an incantation with this. Oh. Klaatu. Oh. Klaatu Vara. Ooh. Klaatu Varata Nikto. Ooh. And as he just pours it on that unsure note, you see the metal does slowly begin to form into one singular shape on the floor. You see a metal trapdoor sitting just now in the space below you. As Victor kind of just swings it open. Well, all right, this will lead y'all out. I mean, good luck and all. I go down there, but I don't like what's down there. I'll just meet y'all back in the final room. I think it's been opened already.
Wait, you just know how to get to the final room from here?
Well, yeah, hold on. What if we just go
I
with you?
work here fully. Oh, y'all been to the final room. It's the library.
What if we just
How
like
do you
go
know
back?
that?
The doors, usually.
Why don't we just go there? Do we need to go through
Solve all the
here?
puzzles.
You sure you don't want to help us out, Victor?
Not desperately. I mean, you're gonna get to the final room after you do the final puzzle in that room. Unless is there like now an easy cipher for just getting out?
Not that I've been made aware of.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought that would not have been made in my time. Okay. Then no, I suggest you just all go for it. Do your darn best, and I believe in all y'all who I just met.
How did you know we're in the library?
Yeah, word.
Oh, Puck has surveillance going at all time. I'm pretty sure he's listening to that conversation.
So you work for
Right.
Puck.
Technically, I now work for the shadows that took over the cube, or at least I did until I have now rebelled against my Fey overlords and am intent on maybe completing a revolution. Is that where I lie by revolutionary? I do like the sound of a revolutionary. I'm talking still. I'm sorry.
Victor.
As he looks at y'all and just, all right. I mean, good luck in y'all. I'll help y'all. When you get out, considering seems like y'all dealing with scary people. I mean, this shadow's some scary shit. But
Yeah.
good luck anyways, and if you die, which I hope you don't, I mean, I guess I'll take your body somewhere and bury him, but I don't know how much comfort that'll be. Anyone down for cremation? Cremation's far easier. You sure everyone wants to be buried? Okay, that's gonna be work. No, just go for it. As he begins to lower the thing forcibly against everyone pushing against it. Nope, you'll be fine. Just keep going. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I am 400 pounds of steel. How y'all still holding it up? Yep. There you go. As it finally closes. Shit, fuck. As the mind's eye of the audience sticks around with Victor for just a second. As Victor, this is what it's like breathing? This sucks. Ugh, I don't like this. Living hard. Ugh. As we see a shadowy little squirrel hop out from behind a bookcase. Hey, my friend. I think I can help you out there, buddy. Starting a revolution, you say? Quite interested. As we will end that session there.
Warhol.
Sick.
So,
Let's
Okay.
go.
next session's on Thursday, right?
Yep.
Or what?
Yep.
When's the next one?
I believe
Thursday, whenever
yes.
you're off work, Mike.
Yep.